Blog Talk Radio.
I don't know much but to face that beast, make them taste that piece. I'ma take back streets, I'ma meet bad beats on some Maybach seats. I'm a day pass east, so I might go west. I feast in the night when the light go rest. Nights on my feet, gold Christ on my neck. I hope life leads me to a nice old death. Rose on my lip, cold ice on my breath. And I'm dressed like a groom, but I never got mad. Walked out the tomb like I never got bad. Call me Wallace Dean, I'm waking out of dreams. I got death on my breath, call me Holocene. I got Greek in my speech when I speak to the God. Rims on the bends on the beach with your broad. If the dough get low, I paint a pit 16. I catch the Holy Ghost, then I spit 16. Litanies and like epiphanies. Listen me like a symphony. In Basilica, this literature is like jewelry made by Tiffany. Call me Rosie Gold, I got holy friends. Holy Hove, I'm in holy hands. Only sold my soul to do that holy dance. Holy Hove, I'm in holy lands. I'm in holy Greece. Holy Rome, I'm in ancient Egypt in that holy home, sipping that Hennessy, that pure white. I live a Genovese, pure life. So if you go for my ones, I'ma go for the guns. I know where to go when I go on the run for that Rolls Royce. Ivy League, I got no choice. I make your body bleed. We practice Murta and Versa. Don't talk, oh Murta. You know the violence got a code of silence. I pose in vogue with my golden phallus. Litanies are like epiphanies. Listen me like a symphony. In Basilica, this literature is like jewelry made by Tiffany. Call me Saint Laurent, Saint Laurent. My pen always in the paint like my name LeBron. If the dough get low, I paint a pic 16. I catch the Holy Ghost, then I spit 16. Litanies are like epiphanies. Listen me like a symphony. In Basilica, this literature is like jewelry made by Tiffany. Call me Saint Laurent, Saint Laurent. My pen always in the paint like my name LeBron. If the dough get low, I paint a pit 16. I catch the Holy Ghost, then I spit 16. Beast mode. Hey yo, Kufo. Boom out, God. VOME, CIC. For my 5%ers out here who know what I'm talking about. Rest of y'all wake up. It's more than rap music.
Staring at myself in the mirror, eyes red as the natives of a land where they in fear of people with the melanin, power structure white like a skeleton. Let's stop shooting, black resident. Say my hood went from white, black to Mexican. Say it went from Jim Crow laws to a black president. Polly with my man selling oil by his testaments. He dropped jewels, I just came to put the bezel in. Elevated stress, nobody know who next. Choked out from a devil in a blue dress. I took a long walk on a short path. Peep the knowledge on this dope from the creators of a gold calf. A lot of rappers lack knowledge of a culture. You still a doja. I'm like Sly Stone and Cobra. Dude, they got the African beat out of his soul, and bystanders got scared to say that was their home. We now Negroes, blacks, colors, black Americans, or the Nagas that used to ride on top of elephants. I still spit it like nobody else can mess with them. So when you hear the lyrics, you gon' be like I'm the excrement. I ain't seen a battle in a minute, but watch try, son. Still drop more bars than your Wi-Fi. I get focused, then attack like White Lotus. Devils in the detail, but God's in the motive. Maintain your focus, call all your soldiers. Grass keep the cobras, God's in the motive. Brains over bogus, real over jokers. Make sure you notice, God's in the motive. King over motion, claim what is your gift. Live in the moment, God's in the motive. Maintain the focus, call all your soldiers. Grass keep the cobras, God's in the motive.
Nice to perfected law 30 from that 48. At 30 feeling great, at 20 was 730, that's 8 to 8. And now I'm raising my seeds, I'm building my estate. While the beast praying on my downfall, I make him wait. Wait, want me to lose it like I never knew it. The leaders misleading, our people poisoning the music. I'm from the era where Pops took you outside to knuckle up and push up on the block to get your muscles up. Product of our environment, got us to toughen up. That's why I got love from the bottom when I was coming up. Nights ain't never gone, stop to the paper long, until I live the upper echelon. I want the cars, your opinion, dark and gray like Ginobili. 3-piece linen, I'm feeling sharp as Shinobi. That's why I be flowing, man, everybody should know me. If not, then you missing out. Tell you what I'm about. Cool with the road less traveled, I never like traffic. That's why the game airtight like it's asthmatic. They cash addicts, need my people to progress and play the youth. Still don't wanna dribble out the project. I just wanna sip yak, say la vie, and put my hood up. I won't let them Trayvon me. So for all my street soldiers, they can't control us. The devil's in the details, but God's in the motive.
Maintain your focus, call all your soldiers. Grass keep the cobras, God's in the motive. Brains over bogus, real over jokers. Make sure you know this, God's in the motive. Hang over motion, claim what is your gift. Live in the moment, God's in the motive. Maintain the focus, call all your soldiers. Grass keep the cobras, God's in the motive. Beginning was the word, I know the woman who said it. Cash King now being Trump with bad credit. Lie, best rapper you never heard of. Old half from Jersey, still saying word up. Moon J's on page 5950. Heard him tough talk, but his whole team pretty. You can see the sparks when I let my squad drag. Studying the people that worship the gold calf. Know about gods like Bess and Patar. First Trinity is Saru was setting us off. Son of smart music, I'm elevating the bar. I put it on the line, man, I ain't coming to spar. Mad at politicking with time out in the cosmos. Decided to give me the spirit of a divine host. Now MCing, called it the art of Babylon. Tower came down, man, style start varying. Bring the hurricane, but I'm from Brunswick, not Patterson. Respect the black woman like paintings in the Vatican. Liberty or death, get rich or die trying. 40,000 years ago, Africans were smelting iron. Think about the math while you think about the path for the God that you serve while you worship at your mass. That's the real science of the first shall be last. Knowing the world's round, for some others took baths. Used to rock suede black Pumas with a shag, and that was on 116 Livingston Ave. But now I drop bars to sever your son's mask. Before the God step in the video, I need help. Lot, created my own lane. Old heads wearing skinny jeans is a shame. Too many of my young gods moving like queens, while the ministers backslide more than fiends.
Yeah.
Black African Power. Welcome to the rebirth of the African Civilization Show, the home of the AmenRa Squad, a well-organized lie that defeats a disorganized truth. Peace to you, brother. What's up to every Black African Power? What's good?
Hey yo, I'm MK Ultra, snake head on my head, vulture. I make beds till I break bread with Oprah. I'm over Cobra, stay ahead of culture. They made new slaves, I'ma make new niggas. And on paydays, I'ma make new figures. Fuck Bill Gates, I dance with Medusa, and the dance bring me cake like I'm Master the Musa. In this world, I'm a floss in my brand new speakers. Your girl love my voice and my band two features. King Tut coffin, dreams of assaulting. Seen it so potent, my speech born talking, and tongues never spoken, scripts never written. I call that the hitting. One like Amen, the unlettered prophet that profits from rhyming. The flow been knowledge, I open college, and I use sign language that is so symbolic.
Black African Power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is. It's God killing in the house. Man, we come to do, we got to do, because we're going to do, we got to do. We standing tall. We standing strong, and we doing our thing all day long. Boy, we protecting Africa to the end. I'm just trying to tell y'all, family, man, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. It always is a good day, man, when you understand exactly what Africa is. Some of us love Africa, and some of us don't. Some of us yearn to understand what Africa meant to the world, and some of us don't care. It's the human journey to journey back to the roots. Only slavery can deter you from wanting to go back to your roots. It's a natural flows through your blood. It's in the DNA. So what is it? What deters black people from wanting to love Africa and wanting to understand the root? Slavery. PTSS. Man. Boy. Got a lot of people. Got a lot of frauds. But it's all good. Can't get all the frauds. But I tell you what, while I'm on my watch, I'm picking you apart. Hell, just stay mad at me. Been mad at me, and it don't really matter. What matter is that we hold strong and we reserve the right to fight for Africa. It's simple. We go straight to the homework. Page 147. In the book that inspired the AmenRa Squad show. Straight to the book that inspired Brother Unk. The Destruction of the Black Civilization. Most y'all ain't even read it. I done went through 3-4 copies already. Page 147 will give you a glimpse into why the AmenRa Squad was created. The record of the 5,000 years that ended with the European conquest of the whole continent in the 19th century shows that every African state remained relatively secure and independent as long as it maintained a strict policy excluding foreigners from settlement within its borders. Think about this right now. The record of 5,000 years, right, tells us this. Maintain a strict policy of excluding foreigners from settlement within the borders. That same record makes clear that whenever this policy was abandoned and the whites were admitted under any pretext whatsoever, when you abandon your custom and your traditions and you allow foreign ideology into your mind, whenever you allow this, the record of 5,000 years is clear. When you admit foreign ideology in your mind under whatever pretext, homosexuality, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, watch this. The eventual doom of that state is certain. So the eventual doom of black people is certain based off of the 5,000-year record. Whenever you abandon your custom and your traditions and you allow foreign custom and traditions into your mind, you're doomed. The hell with that shit. I don't want to be doomed. I want to pass the culture on to the next generation so we can continue to fight. That's why I'm not a Christian. That's why I'm not a Muslim. That's why I'm not Jewish. Black Hebrew, purple Hebrew, or goddamn green Hebrew. Because the record is clear. As long as we stay secure in our custom, our traditions, and understanding who and what we are in the cosmos, man, we good. But since we have abandoned that and allowed a foreign ideology, high rates of black-on-black crime, high rates of homosexuality, high rates of goddamn tomfoolery, high rates of can't even write a book that make no sense, is just out of nonsense. Because we have forgotten who and what we are and why we should be fighting. We have gotten away from the ancestors because we do not understand what the ancestors are. We've gotten away from the elders because we do not know what the elders are, and now we suffer for it. And the record of 5,000 years of this is clear on what happens whenever we do this, regardless. It ain't even no cut cards for me, man. I already know. Man, I've been fighting for Africa for the last 15 years, for the last 20 years, for real. The first 5, I didn't even know what the hell I was fighting for, but I knew that shit I was learning in church was super, super duper crazy. I just didn't know how to explain it. The last 15 years, I was starting to get a working understanding of what it was. In the last goddamn 5 years, I'm crystal clear on what it is, and that's why I'm a real black atheist, because I ain't even allowing the foolishness in my head. I just don't believe it. If I can't see it, touch it, or smell it, I'm good. That might not be for everybody. I don't need no crutch. All I need is the truth with no cut on it. Man. Brother Ishmael, AmenRa Squad up.
AmenRa Squad up. Peace to you, Brother Ankh. How you doing this evening?
Man, you know, shoot, I'm fully locked and loaded. You already know what it is.
No doubt. No doubt. Of course. All times.
Yeah. Beautiful day, man. Good show, man. A lot of people don't even understand, you know what I'm saying, why the squad was constructed, reasons behind it, why certain individuals are on the team. You know what I'm saying? Why it's so powerful. They don't understand. They just see it happening in front of their eyes.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that's a little late to the party, but better late than never, of course. I mean, they brought up, we're to share knowledge and information, so better late than never.
Yeah, you say a little late to the party. Yeah, a whole lot late.
No doubt.
Yep. Yep. All right. Brother Smash, what's good? AmenRa Squad up.
AmenRa Squad up. What's up? What's up, Ish? What's up?
Peace to the rap god.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. What's good with you, man?
Oh, man, just back on my homework. Ain't sat in research like this in a minute, boy.
Got you. Researching. They got them apples cooking over there, huh?
They got him digging. They got the God digging.
Oh, this publication gonna be ugly, man.
Yeah, we're gonna start. That's how we're gonna fund the war chest. Fund the war chest off when people just be straightforward. Y'all go straight down the middle scholarship. That's how we doing that. That's gonna be easy work right there. Constantly, man. Man, let me open up the line, man. What's wrong with that, man? Ned, AmenRa Squad up. What's good, bro?
AmenRa Squad up. How y'all brothers doing today?
Peace. I mean, it was good. It was good, man.
What's up?
It's good.
Ned, how you doing, brother? What it do?
I'm strong, man. I'm strong. Researching, getting ready for school, November. You feel me? AmenRa Squad up all day, Black African Power. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's right. That warrior class right there, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all know, if y'all don't know, man, the team just got stronger. Team just got stronger and better. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to officially welcome Brother Netanab, man. You've been working hard for the squad, man, the last couple of years, man. And the work, has been very appreciated, man. Lately, man, you earned, man, that fly's nest, man. People don't even know about that necklace, that fly necklace, man. They don't know about that, man. Maybe they should do their research, man. You feeling me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. That fly necklace in the British Museum, and you sent me that. Yeah, that was serious right there. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Based off that last work you did, bro. Took heart of a champion. You know what I'm saying? To go straight to the issue, man. Appreciate that, bro. You earned your way.
Definitely an official welcome to the brothers. Absolutely.
Mhm. Earned your way, man. So, man, it's interesting, man, how trying to wait on Joe, I don't know where he at, man. He's sleepy and silent sometimes, man. But it's just I sit back sometimes and I say, man, look where we at. And I know we just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Man, we got a nice, healthy mix, you know what I'm saying, on the team. You know what I'm saying? And just sitting back over the last couple of years, and I always keep it in the forefront on why the squad was actually, put together, man. And how some of us just forged their way on, you know what I'm saying, and just how we stay strong and put together. And the funny part about it, the whole squad is based off of the destruction of black civilization, you know what I'm saying, and understanding the need to real scholarship on the damn table, man. That real homework. Feel me? You got to just kind of think about what I had to come up against, what I seen. I come straight out of the Malachi York suitorship camp. You know what I'm saying? Full blown. You know what I'm saying? But it was a tight-ran organization, though, with mixed information, truth and falsehood strangely mixed. So I come out of that environment. Matter of fact, when I was really getting into the learning, I didn't even know about a Dr. Ben or John Henry Clark. You know what I'm saying? To that point, I thought like Malachi York was the tightest teacher I had ever heard. And that's very, very interesting. So I come into a world where you had Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine, Eileen Bay. Who else? Who else we got here? We got Eileen Bay, Phil Valentine, Delbert Blair. All right, I come into that world where you was flying through the air based off your melanin type of shit, where you was on the seventh heaven and it was sounding good and the aliens was flying around. I come into that world, where I call the anything goes, where nothing really necessarily had to be checked. You know what I mean? Because you was like a star child or indigo child. So, that type of thing was going on. And I started to feel very, very religious listening to all that at the end of the day. Nothing was very verified. And it's not until I, was confronted with the great John Henry Clark, was reminded of the great Dr. Ben, Marima Anthony, Professor James Small, that my feet was planted firmly on the ground, and I knew that the community was in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, y'all can go back to the old days of the Nikki Love and Unk show. You hear Smash coming through, right, all the way from Cali, supporting way back when, right? You'll hear Brother Ish come through, fighting back to back with me. You'll hear Sinjetti slide on in there. You hear Saul going battle with me against the Hebrews. But most importantly, man, it was a war against pseudoship like you wouldn't fucking believe. And I mean, it was a constant attack. Of course, we had SETI, He was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, it's a lonely damn road, man. And it should tell you, it was a lonely road, man. And people looking at me like, yo, you're a maniac. You just act like you would literally get cussed out. Niggas would tell you would get cussed out if you would have to happen to murmur those words, fuck Africa. This I promise you. And I can't promise you that it won't happen right now to this day. Because too many fuck Africans and you getting cussed out. But it was just based off of the fight was that, you know, I just loved Africa. And the brothers that fought with me, they just loved Africa. You know what I'm saying? And the sister on the show, she just loved Africa. You know what I'm saying? And the fight was always and you know, you had red pill, you had the blue pill. You know what I'm saying? You had all of them, and they was like on another side. Man, we used to do the video battles, complete battles. Tahuti and them, they was all on that side. You know, Tahuti was talking about Taino Indians, and I promise you this. Y'all will go back and listen to some shows and be surprised. The Duke of Tears, all of them they got cussed out before for disrespecting Africa. So it's been a long road to get to here. And so the squad was developed out of that environment of the love for Africa. Those who loved Africa and those who disrespected Africa. And the line was drawn in the sand. And I'm going to let y'all know that goddamn line is still there. Don't cross it. And so out of this environment, man, the squad was forged together. You want to add something, Ish?
No, brother, you're dealing with it absolutely right. I mean, you encapsulated the time and the whole purpose and core reasons of why the squad was developed. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, the mission statement. Go ahead.
I was just gonna just quickly say, I think that the purpose is that, you know, there should always be a voice, not necessarily for the voiceless, but there should always be someone who is willing to stand up and defend that which needs to be fighting. You know, and it was business as usual running roughshod over a lot of African culture. It was an overabundance of disrespect. It was an overabundance of people, like you stated accurately, just putting out their own theories and things not even being checked, any kind of credible information, poisoning the minds of the people. And what we focused on doing was going directly to those source referencing and attacking it, no matter who it was. And we were going to reestablish and get things back in order and get things back in line and never ease up on that. We're going to keep pressure on the neck. So there's sometimes where people need a warning shot when they come very disrespectful. And they will learn one way or the other not to fuck with AmenRa Squad. Stay out of our way. Let us do what we continue to do and mind your own motherfucking business.
Mm-hmm. Smash, where you at?
I'm right here. I'm listening. I'm feeling y'all too. Shit. You feel me? People really was thinking, you know what, it's really time to really just press button and get back on that scholarship. I'm talking about the shows with the teachings and the displays. Matter of fact, I got one coming soon. If I could get the floor sometime in the next couple of weeks, I think we need to go over some of this material and really, 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 really push line. Not to be switching the subject, but this just was on my mind. Push line on give an example of what we call the correct method, you know what I'm saying, in research methodology. You know, and I'm all with that, and I'm all with promoting that and showing what we mean and why we critique certain things in the way we do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where you at, Ned?
Yeah, I'm right here, man. I agree. I agree 100%. For myself, from experience, and you know, trying to inspire myself to be an African researcher, one has to know when to check his own work too. And AmenRa Squad keep that higher standard of information. You constantly going over your work. Before your work come out public, you get your work peer reviewed from the elders, from people who qualified to examine your work. So, we upholding a standard that needs to be done. And this will, evolutionize. I call it competition and stress. And it will evolutionize the way we, come with research to the public, make sure our research accurate, and, inspire young brothers to get up in research centers, establish research centers in that neighborhood, establish embodies in that neighborhood, and all that comes with correct research and stuff like that. So I even changed some of my work that was out and had to reconstruct it to correct methods, and I think that's appropriate.
So, at the end of the day, whether, y'all like it or not, we're not going nowhere. We dedicated sisters and brothers that at the very core, right, at the very core, we love Africa and all things African. You know what I'm saying? And we fight for that. We fight for the global understanding of who and what we are and why we stand the way we stand, man. So we're not even listening to that's some white boy shit. We're not listening to none of that. We will use modern science techniques. We will use the ancient science. We will use African science, however you want to put it. We will use any tool necessary to keep Africa at the forefront of the baby's mind so that they will grow up in an environment knowing what it means to be African. Because once you understand what it means to be African, you know what your damn do's and don'ts are. We're living in a world that attacks us, and it attacks us culturally. We're in a culture war where things are foggy, mixed up. Like, for instance, like a man can get a sex change, and now all of a sudden that man is a woman. That's bullshit. That man with the sex change is still a goddamn man, dysfunctional. Can't carry babies. Ain't no cut cards on that. So you don't let them teach your babies that. All of a sudden, Bruce Jenner is a woman. No, Bruce Jenner is the same goddamn man that refuses to be a man, that refuses to go through the world and be a man. You can't trick us with that. And you can't trick the babies with that. Now, that's his choice on what he want to do. And that's his culture, and that's cool for him and his culture. But for African-centeredness, we need to know the truth. And the truth is, that's a man that's not functioning properly, mentally, unstable. And so they pass these unstabilities on to our babies. And the babies come back home unstable. And we wonder, what the hell is wrong? Because we lost our way and we lost our culture. It ain't about nobody else. It's about us. And so the team is dedicated to keeping these things right and exact. It's a standard that was set. Harlem History Club. Do the research. Where the great elders forged their way in Harlem with a methodology. I'm going to tell you that the work that the Diops, the Dr. Benz, the John Jacksons, man, y'all have no idea. Now we can look up and say unequivocally, right, that humanity started in Africa, the birthplace, and the African is the oldest people on the planet, and the African is the mothers and fathers of humanity. But it wasn't like that back then. The elders had to fight for that. And some Europeans joined the fight. That's just the truth. That was the fight. Now we can look up and say, yeah. But that was the fight. So, I'm just saying. So come up against that rolling ball that's rolling downhill, you're going to get ran over. Somebody want to add something?
I think that one of the most important things about what AmenRa Squad also represents is that you're absolutely right. We're attempting to try to do it the right way. To try to make sure that the proper methodologies are being transferred from us as a squad to the people, to the expanded community, just so that we can raise the bar of expectations before you stand in front of the people. So for us to stand up and to challenge that, that's definitely very admirable. I think it assists us as squad members, making sure that our information is as accurate and correct as possible, using proper methodology, and just having a respect of our own people. Our people deserve respect and to make sure they're able to be fed freely, with proper information that they can get for themselves, and don't just take our word for it and let that not just be a cliche, to make sure that the people can honestly go and check the sources so that they can free up their minds and that they can become teachers unto themselves. I think that's the most important thing of what we represent as a squad. And that's definitely one of the things that I take such pride in, is being a part of the squad.
Easy. Kind of pays too well. Go ahead.
Is she gonna be at the war conference?
I'm not sure yet, brother. I got the money, but I don't even know if that's an environment that I really even want to engage in, to be honest with you. There's a lot of things that I don't lend energy to, and a lot of that is the circus-type atmosphere. Words are supposed to mean something, and a person's presence is supposed to mean something, and I don't engage in folly. So to be honest with you, sometimes I'm kind of torn on if I really even want to partake in that type of bullshit.
So I wonder who's going to be bringing the bullshit. It won't be coming from this side. That's for damn sure.
That's correct.
No, they've been WWing it up. I mean, they've been. It's good to hype stuff up. But I noticed, like I think I discussed, that I wasn't understanding the theme don't mean everybody going at each other do it, because that's what it's starting to look like. You feel me? And I'm like, is that what that's supposed to be? Or is it just a panel? I mean, I didn't mean to even switch up the whole discussion we was having, but, it's just a combo. Is it just going to be a panel? It ain't no debate, right? It's just going to be everybody bringing their information.
I think it's going to be what it's going to be. So I'm just giving fair warning, that we come and organize, we come with the strong information, and I think it's going to be an excellent event. I couldn't imagine anybody wanting to go against Africa at a Kemetic conference. So I can't really imagine that. I think it was, excellent marketing, right? But I don't think it's going to be I think it'll be a chance for the audience to really participate and ask questions of brothers and sisters on the panel. That's what I'm thinking is going to make this event stand out. That the people will be willing participants. And if they have questions that would lend towards certain things, not point towards Africa, or how some people think they know certain things, and I'm thinking that's when the shit will get heated. But I couldn't imagine Polite, Seti, Sanjetti, me, Netadad, I couldn't imagine us coming in conflict. We might come in conflict with the fact of the meta-nature being, decisive. We might come in conflict with the understanding of evolution, using one of the tools that our elders use and ancestors use to prove the age of the African, to prove the antiquity of the Homo sapien sapien African. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get away from that. So it might be some discourse in that. But those who are educated understand the meta nature in its translation. The help of the Europeans. Those who are educated understand just what evolution is and what it's not, and how it's been a healthy tool for following and marking African people through time. So, no. Things be that. We all brothers and sisters at the end of the day. And I don't want nobody to think nothing different. But don't get it fucked up. All right? If you're writing halfway crook shit, if you're talking halfway crook shit, then it just needs to be dealt with in a scholarly manner. And this ain't got nothing to do with fighting and him and Han, and all to do with the homework that the elders left, right, and the ancestors left for us to push forward. So, the Kemetic Armageddon, I mean, that's some hyped up shit. Man, we really what it's saying is bring your best. As African people, bring your best. As if you was fighting a war. Because we're really in a cultural war. And so we need to bring tools and information that will help the babies and the people in the listening audience fight this cultural war with unequivocal facts. So, I would hope that no one would come in there buffooning. I would hope that no one would come in there clowning. I couldn't imagine that. We're gonna have an elder on the panel in Kadisi. So I'm saying I know everybody's gonna be in their best behavior. So I think it might get heated if it's come a little bit with the Morris thing. Oh shit! I think that shit might get real interesting right there. But.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what I think he was more or less talking about.
No, not at all. Not at all. I just do with the environment itself. The environment itself, If there's anything that person should learn from the information is that a man and a woman reflects their body and knowledge, their reflection of it. So if you're a low character dude, that means you're dealing with a low character amount of knowledge and wisdom. And I see a lot of shady behavior sometimes with people that say that they are engaged in knowledge and information. And sometimes when cats come with savage behavior, they have to get civilized.
But you know what? I think we kind of changed that climate, man. Particularly up in New York. Going all the way back to that debate, where it wasn't even a debate, with the Kimmon on trial, which was crazy. So a lot of times these things are misnamed, you know what I'm saying? But, since the AmenRa Squad been going up there, shit been up, it been pretty much, above board. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody can go back and look at that. Look post AmenRa Squad, you know what I'm saying? No, pre-AmenRa Squad, post AmenRa Squad. And you just see everybody try to pick the game up and bring the best information, man. So, and I'm thankful for that platform. You know what I mean? But that's just my personal opinion on that. So, everybody got their way of seeing how that, how that's going to play out. But, titles are titles. I wouldn't take too much into the title, yo. But for me, it means bring your goddamn best. You know what I'm saying? Last event of the year, you know what I mean? Bring your best. Make sure the people, me personally, I'm not even there to entertain at all. And I know some brothers like Polite, Seti, you know what I'm saying? They like to be entertaining. But, me personally, Ngozi, you know what I'm saying? Sanjetti, I'm saying we there to teach, you know what I mean, and bring those points home. So, and I think the two elements make for a great event. That's just my take on it. So yeah. Hey, I hope everybody support that, man. That's that is what it is, man. Yeah, this particular show, is brought to you by Animate Productions, man. That Meltrex cartoon is very, very important. Oh shit, she say don't call it a cartoon. What she say? Animated lessons, man. Yeah, it's important.
That's right.
Man, to get
animated lessons. That's right.
Animated lessons. She killed me with that. That's a good one, though. You know, that's for the whole family, though, and it's funny, but it's actually for the whole family. All right. Also brought to you by Niggas Footwear. You know, support yourself or die. Ujima, Cooperative Economics. So that Support Yourself or Die campaign is very, very important. You know, support black businesses. We're in that time now where the support of black businesses is very, very important. Okay? Because like an ant colony, if the ant colony does not support itself, eventually the resources are dissipated and the ants have nothing and they're out there and they die. And so for so long, we haven't been allowing other people to come into the communities, take the money out, and drain the community and give them back, rendering the community to a hood. All right? So it's important that we support ourselves or die, and that's very, very simple. All right? We also got to GoFundMe to support the brothers going to New York. At this particular juncture, Sonetta can only afford to really pay. Well, he kind of extended himself because it's going to be paying at least two of the brothers transportation and bedding, right? But the rest of that shit, we got to handle ourselves. And I think Ish made a very good point that you never really want to be too close, you know what I'm saying, to all situations. You need to have a strength of independence. And I think everybody on the squad agrees to this, right? And the only way to have strength and independence is to have your goddamn own. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your own money, your own everything, your platform is strong, man. You can teach and you won't be compromised. You could only compromise yourself. And so we continue to build a platform, right? We continue to stand on our own, you know what I mean, like we do. And the only way we can do that is the support of ourselves and support of the community. So y'all can go to the chat room, right? All right, and there's a GoFundMe there. You know, we sooner than later, we'll be starting to open enrollment, you know what I'm saying, where you want to become a part of the AmenRa Squad, you know, monthly dues, something real cheap, but it's needed. You know what I'm saying? We need transportation. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to do what we do. We need to be able to get the information around the country. Okay? That's not hard. I look back at Marcus Garvey and that organization, how much power it had, but damn, it was like everybody supported. They were supporting dimes and nickels and quarters. So imagine how many people we got in the group, Ish. How many people in the group?
We got like 9,000. Just under 9,000.
Let me throw this out here. If we got like 9,000 people and everybody gave $1 every month, how much would that be a month? That'd be $9,000. That'd be $9,000 a month going to the war chest. That would take care of a lot. And then you get the free lectures to everybody around the country. $1 don't hurt nobody. Most people go to McDonald's. Don't act like you don't. You know what I'm saying? Even I go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac, no meat. Crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my favorite meal. Don't tell nobody. Right? But, so I'm saying that that's not stressing you. You know, if $1, is stressing you, then you need to reevaluate your program. You know what I'm saying? But it's the value of us helping us that kind of spreads it out, and you don't miss it. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody participating, and that's just African. That's why it's just not the one guy or the one woman. It's a collective effort and a collective group of people to make up the AmenRa Squad. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start having paid membership with content that can't nobody get to. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to tighten this thing up and keep it strong so we can build the war chest so we can put on events where the babies can come out. You know what I'm saying? Put on free events when that's applicable. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can already start the classes in Atlanta. Already got the classes going in Baltimore. Ned Ben had that running before he was a member of the AmenRa Squad. Yo been doing that shit, dealing with the real soldiers in the street. Been doing that. I mean, that's just what Ned do. You know, before I met him, he was doing that. All right, so that's what we doing, man. So, you know, y'all got the buttons to push to do what y'all need to do, but we just letting you know what's coming down the pipe, man. Anybody want to say something before I go to the line? You got something to say, Brother Ned?
Not really, but yeah, I most definitely agree with everything you're saying, especially as far as the war chest and how you put it. Because I watched that movie. I know it's a movie, but I analyze things totally different. And when it comes to survival and competition and stress, and I looked at Jurassic Park 3, and they had a researcher that was doing a paleontologist doing a research on the dinosaur bones and stuff like that. And he had the people in the audience was his funding. See, Europeans fund their researchers. You know, that's what the brother Unc is saying, that, you know, and that's cheap, $1. I mean, you got some, you know, researchers in Johns Hopkins, they donate 5, 10, 20,000 to get researchers money to do field research in Africa, to do real field research in Kemet. You know, that's very important, funding the house that, you know, get the information out there. So most definitely, I'm not saying that this is a system. You know, this system is old, dealing with African culture, because you got the Mbaki, which is a very old Congo institution that was in existence for thousands of years, and the community funded it. You know, nothing can operate without, you know, funding. It's only Baba Ish and the AmenRa Squad is stating that's the importance of it. If you watch Jurassic Park 3, you'll see that he had a researcher. He explained to the audience what he wanted to do. He wanted to go over there, mess with the dinosaurs and all that, blah, blah, blah. And they funded him. They came in with their notepads and they funded his mission, donated thousands. You know, so they are very serious about their researches. You know, that's how they be caught up in technology. They get caught up with the up-to-date. They have money to buy these different tools for research, tools for scientific progress. And that's very important when it comes to research and funding your own African brothers for research. You know, we get out the mud. Most of us are striving business owners. Some of us already been doing our business thing. I'm about to start my own business in a couple more months. I already was a successful business, have a successful business. So it's not nothing, but when you got funding from your own kind, your own people to fund your research, that's more, you know, that helps very much there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we do. Let me, you want to add something to that real quick, Smash? Before I get these lines?
I'm cool. Yeah, I agree. Y'all was well spoken.
909 line is open. AmenRa Squad up.
Hold on, brother.
Black African Power, what's good?
Chilling. How everybody else doing on the line? Black Power to everybody. Assalamu alaikum, brother Ishmael. How y'all doing?
Salam, family. Black African Power. Peace to you, family.
Good to hear y'all going in tonight. You know, I think economy is best, you know, is something that's, you know, needed right now as well, you know. And the best economic plan, believe it or not, is one that comes with the social plan right behind it. So, but just want to, you know, ask a few questions, you know, regarding the conference y'all got going up.
in the future. Was it December, right? Regarding the contention with Shaka, being that I don't know if this is his first or second book, but being that probably his first book, probably. And any nigga writing his first book gonna push that shit like a mixtape. But being that this is his first book, why y'all feel the need to like critique it so tough when Polite got over 90 books and no one's even thought other than SETI to even question his work? So why Shaka when Shaka seems to me to be fully African in regards to his history? He's actually he's living what he's saying. So why is it more of a personal attack or is his scholarship really out there?
Go get that, Smash.
Why critique Shaka's book? Is he above reproach? I mean, could I not express my discontent with his poor scholarship? Would that make me what? Am I an angry scholar? My personal stance, as far as I'm concerned, I came into the ranks of AmenRa Squad under fire, under complete scrutiny. And I publish my works, and they out there for anybody to say what they want to say. You can do what you want. You can set it on fire. I will not respond emotionally or personally. And so him being a scholar in the community who does not, I would say, I wouldn't say, I don't want to, bash the brother or anything, but I would say his character, the boy is arrogant, just straight from the shoulders. He flies off the hook like a child. He does not know how to, to present himself with any type of composure. So why do you pose that I spare him when he put out a book with no page numbers? He put out a book with no references or sources. Why pardon the brother? That's how we get caught up in pseudo-ship. You see what I'm saying? Then you want me to, and then at the same time you would offer another brother to throw under the bus, like why y'all ain't on Polite here? At the same time, me and Polite relationship, personally, I'm telling you, me and Polite relationship ain't the same as me and Shaka relationship. Concerning the information, concerning the debate we went through, concerning the research team that we sat on at first until he sectioned off and went into his own quarters like, no, I got my own thing. So me personally, he's not a person I would give any type of pardon. You better be on point. You need to be dotting your I's and crossing your T's because you wildly arrogant and you out here and you really ain't qualified to be presenting the information you presenting. And this is Jonathan talking. That's my stance on it. So that's why
I understand, brother. I'm just saying in regards to, I use the context in regards to numbers, meaning whether if it's first, second, or third book, he's going to have errors, when you're writing a book.
Yeah, I got errors in my book, too, in my first book.
Now, I only use Polite, brother, because Polite has wrote numerous books, and no one's ever questioned the context of his books. So I'm saying, why Shaka and why now?
Well, I mean, interject. Well, Brother Smash has been a big brother of mine for years, just none of that. And Brother Smash critiqued my work. And before I even put out work, I'll make sure it get critiqued before I that's common in African practices. I mean, I agree 100% with Big Bro. I mean, he said something about my book. He said, none of that. I mean, what's up with your book? You feel me? It's not wrote right. The methodology ain't correct. Bruh, what's up with it? Are you working on it? Are you changing the errors? And I say, yeah, because true scholars, true brothers who inspire to be African researchers, right? We get our work critic, and that's normal. It's not an egotistical thing. It's normal. It's normal for, to get our work, to get better, to upgrade ourselves. And this coming from a brother on the same squad. I get my work critiqued on the same squad. You understand? So this ain't nothing personal. Big Bro see errors in his work. He pointed them out, and that's it.
But you get for a lot of people to pass.
How long would anybody think, in regards to writing a good book? How long do you think, it would take to write a good book? In your personal opinion,
I've been writing my book. I've been writing my book for 5 years. I've been working on my book for 5 years. I put it out because people was rushing it to get put out, which is the wrong thing for me to do. Big Bro said, "Yo, your book, correct it, get it right," and that's what I'm doing. Upgrading it. Blackness T. Copa is being upgraded. Sources is most definitely was added, but the way it was written, it just wasn't written in the academic setting. So, and I agree. So, I don't understand what's the problem. When brother got nervous, critique his work. Like I critique
but that's more or less in-house, though, brother. But that's more or less, in-house. I understand editing in-house because it's more or less in-house.
No. That's part of scholarship in general. Period. You got to get your work peer reviewed before you even get to the masses.
Yeah, I agree with that. But to have it strongly critiqued so early by people that's in the house in regard, it's a lot of people out here writing books. There's people out here writing books talking about they know how to do meta nature and they even qualified. And I'll say if there's anybody who are elders that would have read a book on meta nature, it would have been Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben never wrote a book on meta nature. And he's brought us Kemet. So I don't think nobody's really qualified to do that. I'm using that as an example. So I like Shaka because it's few of us that's Africans. We do get arrogant when we know information, but let's be real, brother. It's few of us that know history. Some of us still thinking that Sumeria existed. Some of us thinking that, some of us still using historical titles that started in the Bible, thinking that's real history, and not knowing African history, not knowing prehistory, 3,500 BC, for example.
You know what?
You know what I mean? I like Shaka.
I like Shaka too. And here's the thing this reminds me of. It reminds me of doing business with your friends because you're using the wrong terminology, like who you like and who you don't like. You see me? This ain't personal.
I'm using the wrong terminology.
But because liking, whether you adhere to him or not, does not fix the holes in his scholarship. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not Mr. Policeman, even though that's what it could be. Like, if that's what it is, but I'm not just running around like, oh, you wrong,
okay.
you wrong,
Can you give a context? I know you can't give info about, because you got the, the event coming up, but throw a bone out there, at least, you know what I'm saying, in regards to, other than grammatical errors, throw out a bone that he's slipping in for niggas who read, niggas like me who read.
That's what y'all want to do right now? I could give y'all bones. That's what y'all want?
I've heard multiple people make critiques of Wesley Muhammad's books, even from people that are in Harlem. So were they out of order for critiquing Wesley Muhammad's books?
Yes, because Malcolm X said before when he left the Nation of Islam that he said Elijah Muhammad never taught anything pro-African, and he debated anybody to question that. And that's why Wesley Muhammad's book is Black Arabia. That's why his focus is on Arabia, not Africa, because the Nation of Islam don't teach nothing that's pro-African. And I'll send you the link where where Malcolm X says that. He says, I defy anybody to prove me wrong and show me any teachings of Elijah Muhammad where he's pro-African.
You mean the nappy hair? The nappy hair?
I think that's taking us off the subject.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm saying that's what the brother.
I think where you're getting it mixed up is that we're talking about academics. Academically, his book can be critiqued because he's put his book out to the public. He's put his book out for sale. So Wesley Muhammad is open himself up to be academically critiqued by his peers or by the people who are purchasing his book.
Correct.
Once you release your commercial book, the same way that Brother has and many other people have, they open themselves up to be critiqued for that academic work, the same way that these same individuals critique other people's work. So in other words, you're trying to make it one way. You're trying to say that this person should not be critiqued for them putting their book out for sale, but it's okay for those same people to critique other people who put their books out for sale. And no, brother, that is not how academics work.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying timing is everything. Who you choose and when you choose. Now, it's one thing to pull Shaka's coat and say, hey, brother, that book you wrote, because Shaka one of the few. Okay, when I say I like Shaka, let me state, why I said that. Because it's a lot of motherfuckers who caught up in religion and motherfuckers who, people getting on Hebrews and people who still Islamic, that type of shit. And I'm like, come on, man. This brother's standing on Africa first, second, and third in regards to his history. So I'm pretty sure if he's writing a book, it's not a book that's going to be religious. So when you read, some people, there's still a religious overtone. The context will still be a religious overtone in regard to a factual book or a nonfiction book that's dealing with history. You see what I'm saying? I can put the critique there, but I'm saying strictly in regards to why now, being because you sound like you clearly an African. So are you, throw a bone out there about,
no, we're not throwing anything out there. That's not what we do.
I can give him something if that's what he wants. I mean, I got the book right here. You got the book? Did you support the brother?
No, I wasn't even aware that he wrote a book. I wasn't even aware that he wrote a book. I wasn't even aware he wrote a book, and it's already getting thrown in the trash. I'm playing catch up. I didn't even know he wrote a book. That's what I'm saying. And he already getting critiqued. But what's the title of his book?
Yo, you fighting for a nigga that you ain't even bought the nigga book. You might say that won't make it right.
And I'm saying, why now? Why not
crazy, yo.
Not book, brother? I'm saying if anybody needs to be, is people who have habitual workout. I'm not gonna question late newcomers because they just putting their foot in, they just now writing a book. They probably ain't got their paragraph together. Shit like
yo, you know how long it's taking me to write my book, yo? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never said I was a famed fucking author, but I know the shit I talk that my shit got to be motherfucking tight as a goddamn gnat's ass when my shit come out, yo. You said I tried to write a fucking. Let me tell you something, man. This shit ain't personal. I tried to write a fucking forward for Smash's book, and he was like, man, nah. He didn't accept it. Was I supposed to cry? You know what I'm saying? No, I took that shit and say, the next time I write something, that shit gonna be even better. So, man, all that shit, really, we do that shit out of love, man. Then I don't give a fuck if it's your first book, second book. You better act like it's your motherfucking 10th book, because that's what we do. It's for too long. The niggas been writing all kinds of shit.
Okay. Let me state my position, brother. I critique crackers. I got essays where I critique crackers.
I do too. I got a whole book on my book. That's all I do. You don't see nothing I publish my critiques of Dr. Wesley Muhammad because of our interactions. He qualified in my city.
I'm talking about
But I'm saying if you I'll give you a copy of my book. That's all we really do. It's not our intent to be out here talking about, we're gonna funk this out. But of course, any people in the same field promulgating whether the same views or even different views will often come to points of debate over certain topics or issues. Yeah. If I put something out, I debated with Lord Abba over all my my Moorish articles I published in my book for a couple years. What? We talked dirty and did everything we had to do. It ain't no feelings about that. So, and I ain't even noticed, we ain't even went there. He sat on TV cussing us out and berating me. So I don't even know where you coming from. I done gave it, but if you want something, we can start on page 1 and the stuff Elder Cabral was dealing with. But he just didn't even know how to deal with it right because he probably deal with the Hebrew, but he can't deal with the mental nature. But it ain't even page 1 because he ain't got no page numbers. Number 1, the first thing that he started with, that's what I'm saying. I can't even really go over it. But number 1, the thing Elder Cabral
I'll read, brother. So give me this table. Do he got a table of contents? Give me the title of his book.
He ain't got no contents with no pages. No page numbers.
He ain't got no table of contents because he ain't got no page numbers. And so you wouldn't be able to tell you where the stuff is at. But
okay.
That's not a big deal.
What's the title?
The title of the book is The Codex.
The Codex. Okay. Just
the book.
Kind of vague.
So Codex.
And make sure add it to your collection too. Like don't let my opinion affect your will to support. I'm just telling you what it really is.
Purchase the book and support the brother. Purchase the book and support the brother.
Support him,
nothing
man.
but an academic critique. It's not like we hate the brother or attacking him like that. It's not even like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Codex Game Over, the documented collection of the original ancient Egyptian African texts and later biblical plagiarized versions. I personally take offense to just the fact that people would even begin to think that our damn ancestors in Meta Nature wrote some shit that would pop up amongst a bunch of motherfucking go herders any damn way. that the ideas and the concepts would even be, that they could even figure out the ideas and concepts of plagiarizing shit. I take offense to that. And anybody that know me, I be saying it, nah, nigga, first of all, Haru ain't damn Jesus, okay? Quick fact, Jesus is a demigod. Why is Jesus a demigod? Because he has a human mother, right, and a god. So that makes him a demigod. Whereas on the other hand, Haru has a God for a mother and a God for a father. So that eliminates that right there. And it's just so much, you could just keep going on and on and on and on. And I'm telling you this, without even getting into the meta-nature, they don't even come close to being able to plagiarize it. White people fake you out and say they was plagiarizing because they're trying to put you in their paradigm. They're really trying to say that African people really have nothing original, that the Hebrews have the exact same thing. That's the game they played. But now we read meta-nature, right, and we understand that they don't even come close to recognizing and understanding African ideas and concepts. So I take a total offense to anybody to try to make it seem like that a damn go-herder that couldn't read meta-nature plagiarized any damn thing and brought it forward. You can read the book, the damn Wild These Birds, he tell you in his forward that he don't even know what the word nature means, but they all holler about it mean God. It don't mean that. And I'm tired of saying that shit. Like we just had an understanding based off a scientific method. We had a world view that goes back 200,000 years of watching nature, that the niggas in the Middle East, after they mix with Africans, pop up with some shit. Niggas not even thinking, man. They put you in a straight paradigm. They got you thinking about God from a crazy-ass perspective. You stuck with God, right? You get mad at me when I say I don't believe in that shit, right? I'm trying to tell you that the ancestors had a working knowledge of nature that they could bring forward to feed and clothe and shelter and protect generations down the line. How else could the Nubians, right, go with an unchanged government for 3,000 years? Man, the Hebrews are nothing. They're a speed bump. Like they can really plagiarize anything. It's fucking crazy here, man. So then you write a whole book claiming they plagiarized the shit. And we was quiet on the subject matter. But you stick your chest out like Superman. So Superman, here's the fucking kryptonite. I already know it's some Hebrew guy growing up studying meta-nature so he can come see the squad. Well, we waiting.
See, that's the fallacy right there, brother. Brother. See, that's a fallacy. People don't know that. That's a fallacy right there. Amenhotep III gave Syrians demonic hieroglyphs when he came over there. When he was born, he inherited a kingdom from Syria all the way to Nubia. They popped up with writing over there before Mesopotamians did. A lot of people don't even know that. That's a fact. That's why the contention right now with Syria is so touchy, because Syria got the oldest. That's the first church, and that's where the oldest Arabic come from. Arabic is a sloppy form of demonic hieroglyphs. You got to know the demonic, hieratic, and then get to meta-nature. See, the Europeans and Arabs benefited from the demonic and hieratic. That's what they benefited from in regards to Egypt's history and what we did, our mathematical formulas. Arabs translated that. There's a relationship between Latin and Arabic, the Greeks and the Arabs. That's why, like right now, present day, you notice a lot of Arabic people speak Spanish. They catch it real quick in the hood. That's a linguistic
tie that together, though, Mikara. What's the purpose of making that statement, though, Mikara? Make it make some sense for me, Mikara. Why'd you say that? How's that relevant to the conversation, man?
Well, I guess he ain't got no answer.
I got an answer. I spent that in regards to writing. You said goat herders. Now, the goat herders was coming from where? There's only two land bridges that connect Africa to them people. That's one in Ethiopia and Yemen, and that's one in Egypt and Israel. Goat herders coming from both sides.
Nah, I'm talking about the goat herders that would later on become the Israelites, man. They're not concerned with writing, man. They're not even worried about writing. Is the hardest thing you can fucking do in the ancient world. That's not even a thing. That don't mean you lesser. That means you ain't concerned with writing.
Yeah,
that's not some easy shit you just do. You just fucking start writing. That shit has developmental stages. That's my point, yo. That's not their life. They life, and you can go into Africa and find a lot of African tribes where writing wasn't their thing. So it's not a slight. It's to simply say that wasn't their thing. They even begin to. It's a false notion that Matthew, Mark, and Luke is anywhere in the damn Middle East. First of all, it's a crazy myth. Garfield will tell you. Wherever you at, Garfield, call in. He'll tell you. We were talking about this the other day, that to actually find something in chronological order, all the way from 1 to 1,000, like they do in the Bible, right? That's a Greek idea right there. Like your whole story, the whole history of the world, starting from the beginning to the end. Come on, man.
Well, that's who he got. That's who he got plagiarizing the Medu Neter in his book, because we got utterance 4:12, 732b, which he only put a fragment of, which is "Thou wilt be born again," which is a horrible translation, by the way, that he used by Mercer from 1952 is outdated. But he compared it and said it was plagiarized in 1 Peter 1 and 2 and John 3 and 3. And 1 Peter 1 and 2 says, "For you have been born again." And John 3 and 3 says, "Except a man be born again." And now there are questions to be asked, because sometimes, look, just being out, I side with some of the things that after research and going over his work, some of it's cool, some of it's not. Some of the things I have questions for him that he has not availed himself for. Instead of finding out he getting critique, he goes out and curses us, and so that just puts it on, takes it someplace else. But let's deal with it. So this utterance, as not exposed in the book, actually, he said it on the show the other day, but it comes from the pyramid of Neith. Neith being the great royal wife of Pepi II, and she also being one of the only sisters that we find Medu Neter in her pyramid or whatever. And we find this at about, as cited in his book, 2400 BC. But it was plagiarized by Peter, who wrote in Greek and lived, if he even did live, so I guess they say the Annals of Peter come up about, 84 AD or something like that. Now, that's crazy, one, because he knew Medu Neter. Who knew Medu Neter? One of the questions I got for Shaka, since I know you listen, did you mean ideal plagiarism, concept plagiarism, or direct plagiarism, word for word? Secondly, what type of born again do you mean here? You said "Thou will be born again" in the pyramid text. Are you first? And there's a lot to talk about that too. But I want to ask you, what does "born again" mean in Medu Neter? Is that a spiritual rebirth? Is that a physical rebirth? Is that a spiritual regeneration, getting you closer to whatever you're supposed to be? Because as attributed in the Bible, pardon me.
That's the problem. Yeah, I said that's the problem right there. It's one of the linguistic issues. I do this.
Well, none of this information is provided in the text.
Issue.
Yeah, none of this information is provided in the text, but we could deal with the linguistic issue later because we still dealing with everything. Linguistic analysis. Because it seems a one of interpretation, and that's going to be the premise of the fallacy in both y'all arguments. Because
do you read the Bible?
Never been translated. The Medu Neter ain't never been translated.
Okay, hold on. You're going off on a tangent just to start talking. You're taking me off track too. Do you read the Bible?
Dr. Ben spoke English.
You just cut my wisdom and didn't make no point.
Okay.
You just cut me off and didn't make no point. Your point was the Medu Neter ain't been translated.
It's never been
trying to go through the word. Let's deal with the issue at hand.
Okay.
Because Shaka saying it's been translated because he's quoting utterance 412 from Samuel B. Mercer. So what stance are you taking?
He's wrong too.
All right, so let's go here. So Peter in the Bible, okay, for you have been born again, but he's talking to some dude who's alive who did the same type of born again, that if you went to a Christian church right now and got baptized, what they going to say to you is, they're going to say you're born again. So my question for the brother was because the information is left out of the text, was he saying that this is a spiritual rebirth on the Kemetic side, or what it is not? It is not a
spiritual rebuff, and I don't even want to go there and offer nothing else. I want to say this. Once we look at the primary text of what Mercer translated as thou will be born again, and I got the Medu Neter, are we still doing chat rooms or whatever like that? Or I'll put it up in the AmenRa Squad.
Yeah.
One thing, the first thing anybody knows, just like Elder Gabral tried to tell y'all, I hate to have to be doing it like that, but on the real, when you see words in parentheses, that just means they were injected into the text. And the reason why we want to do this is if we read the whole entire text, we find out that it is addressing the deceased, Misut, and it's not even talking about no type of birth, being born again, nothing. It don't even use those words. Anybody can refer to an updated version of the text from J.P. Allen's work where the same thing, and I wonder why my brother Shaka didn't use it, but the same exact quote that Shaka used for thou will be born again says, you shall be born at your months like the moon. And now we have an error in European translation. If we don't have the prowess to go into the Medu Neter and see which one of those dudes is closer to being right, we just going to pick the one that suits our goal better. But honestly, the more recent interpretation done by J.P. Allen, after looking at the Medu Neter, what I got right in front of me, you know what I'm saying, it matches correctly. And if we want to, just for any of us who deal with it a little bit, I'm going to try to share some of the glimpses. So it's just questions like that I would ask my brother to avail himself to if he would be so kind, since he want to go cussing people out, you know what I'm saying, and getting real rah-rah on the air over us simply being like, yo, what's up with this? How do I find this? And all that, you could have called me stuff. You don't even got to play like that. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I did reach out to my brother, it was through some Google phone type apparatus, which he never could actually avail himself to any type of study group to build on our information. And so all of the things that you trying to charge me with, not giving him a pardon, which he don't deserve from me, I'm exonerated. I'm free of all that. You feel me?
I ain't asked no pardon. I just asked why. You know
why? Did you just hear the why? Like that's poisoning the people.
When you ask why there's two heads that come on point. You got to give me two responses. When my son say, "Daddy, why does it rain?" I got to give him two answers. I got to tell him what rain is, then I got to tell him the process.
I got to give you another answer now. You said?
I didn't say another answer. I just said I asked why. I didn't say I asked for giving him a pardon.
Well.
And the subject, if we were really to go in the study group, and we wanted to study Medu Neter, and we went to the library, they're gonna say anthropology, subclass.
How about this? You want to know?
Right? They're gonna say go to anthropology and then go to linguistics. The linguistic people, when you see them in there, let me get this out. The linguistic people, you see them in there, they naturally, the good linguistics, they naturally speak 2-3 languages. Most of them are women. When you speak 2-3 more languages, you have a knick-knack for certain interpretations. That's all I'm saying. So that's always going to be the problem in terms of linguists, because linguists is always the interpretation. Even if it's honest, good work. Someone else will read it. If it's dealing with interpretation of another language, they'll be. So I'm not questioning. You know, you read, he ain't got no page numbers. You read some shit off. So you know. He need to do his editing and whatnot like that. But in regard to the subject matter, I see what the subject matter is. So I look forward to hearing you chew him up in regards to his. You know, he ain't got no knack for linguistics. It sounds like.
I ain't really got to chew him up. You know what I'm saying? He could just answer some of the questions, and it could be like, oh, okay, you didn't put that in your book. But right now, what it is shit's on our suit off. I got to keep it 100.
Hey,
so who know the Medu Neter? Because this is what he didn't put in the book. Nev, you deal with the Medu Neter. I know a few people out there listening, and this is recorded. I can read it off for y'all since my brother didn't provide that information. And we're going to go straight, and then we'll provide it later. Anybody who the photos later. And anybody who want to look at it and see where it says something about being born again in the Medu Neter. We got the term messy, and it says I don't know, I hear something rattling. But it says Messiah or Messi. What you see is M-S-I-K. Messi is like birth. And so I wish I could share it. We don't do the chat room no more. Yeah, Messi is like birth and
chat
K
room up
you.
right now. You just got to reboot the computer.
That's probably it. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the AmenRa Squad. I'm gonna put it in the AmenRa Squad group on Facebook for everybody. Let me see if I can do that right now. But anyway, we can get through the grammar real quick before I post it. We have the term Messi and a K, which would be like your birth. Because remember, this is about they put some born again in here. So we got Messi K, your birth. So the part about it being about a birth is qualified. Next to that, we have the term which is IR or is like a preposition for or to. So it literally says in the glyphs, Messi K, IR, I don't even, yar, some people say yar, Messi K, yar. And then we have a word or a glyph that represents month. It is abed. And in the actual primary, we see 3 moons on top of each other, which if we know, that means abed. So this is what we see. We see Messi K Uri abed. So now it says your birth to the moon, okay, but it got it plural because it's 3 moons. And then the abed, the word for month is pluralized and it ends with the K, which we know that this is a pronoun for you or your. Pardon me?
Right. I was letting Ujao know his line was open. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So we got Abed K, which is your month. So it says your birth to your month, and then all we have after that is a term MR, which is I said MR. I meant MI is me or like or according as. The like Ra, me Ra, like Jadak Ma me Ra or whatever, like Ra, me. And then it says me, and then we have Ayah, me, Yah. Yah being the moon. Everybody know Yah is the moon. So now we can use this opportunity to teach that also in Medu Neter, Yah was the moon, but we don't see nothing about being no type of born again that a Peter or a Jesus could have used this text to, you see what I'm saying, to plagiarize. Secondly, which one of Peter and Jesus knew the Medu Neter? Maybe Jesus probably could have knew some Medu Neter or something, and when he was in Egypt. But you have to put that forth in your theory: the who, what, whens, wheres, and the hows, and the whys. So we can say, okay, he probed he didn't just look at 2 English words and match them up. But again, to go through the Medu Neter is like Messi, or Messiet, or Messi K, our Abed, or it's really Abedu K, you know what I'm saying, me, Yah. And I was just saying that in transliteration, that I wasn't giving no effort at pronunciation because we don't know pronunciation. And so these are actual, real, true contentions. This ain't just like puppy dog work that he gonna shuffle off like they don't know this, they don't know that. I'm more well-read than you. I can be arrogant until the display is over. You'll have to deal with these issues because it don't say nothing about being. Secondly, when we read the entire text, we find out that this person is deceased and taking their place as the moon amongst the stars. You see what I'm saying? To be amongst the Netcharu. And it says this in a line above in the text. But this the level of scrutiny you now about to get, because you brought it on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you asked for, Jules. I just wanted to give you one.
Mm-hmm. That was a good preview. That was a very good preview.
That's just a preview. Well, you got it, Joe.
Unlucky child.
Hey, Hotep, Black African Power. I'm just now chiming in. I'm trying to catch up on the conversation. I didn't hear the first part of the show.
I'd like to officially welcome you, brother, on the squad.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that. AmenRa Squad up. Arrows up.
Yeah.
Good.
Salute. Welcome to the family. Absolutely.
Yes, Allah. All right. I heard the brother. I heard the brother.
Go ahead.
Oh, just real quick. I heard, I don't know who it was, but somebody on the phone said that Medu Neter is not translated or whatever. And I keep hearing that, and I think we need to deal with that. So I'm put some things together to deal with that. I mean, I know the conference is coming up, and I'm sure the brothers on the squad already prepared something, but that needs to be aggressively extinguished because I'm tired of hearing it, and it's just wrong. We can't keep going. We can't go into 2016 with people saying some foolishness like that. It's real simple. So that kind of stuff just I'm sorry, this kind of stuff just ticked me off because I heard it like more than once today from people who don't read or don't even study the language. That's you, brother, that said that?
Yes, sir. It's Brother Makewad. The AmenRa has never been translated, brother.
Right. Do you study the language? Do you study the language?
Yes, I'm an archaeologist, brother, by trade.
Okay, I didn't ask you I'm just asking you. Do you study the language?
I'm in the field. If you ask any archaeologist, any anthropologist, you say, "Has AmenRa been translated?"
But you're not anyone. It's you. You said your name is AmenRa, right? So I'm asking you. I'm asking you a very simple question. Do you study the language?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what do you mean by it's not translated?
The AmenRa has never been translated.
Okay, and instead of repeating what you just said, I understand that.
The question you should ask me, what has been translated? See, any nigga who know I'm talking about this say, what has been translated? Erratic and demonic has been translated. You're not going to tell me what I should ask you. Wait a minute, you're not going to tell me what I should ask you. I'm asking you a very straightforward, simple question. You said, I asked you, do you study the language? You said yes. So I'm asking you, what do you mean by it not being translated? The AmenRa has never been translated.
Okay, you're repeating the same thing over and over again. I mean, I can understand you. I have comprehension skills. So I'm asking you, what do you mean by that?
I'm finna tell you. The AmenRa is 3 forms of Egyptian writing. The most basic and was used most commonly was demonic. The second was
first of all, you're wrong. Hold up. First of all, you're wrong about that.
That's incorrect.
All right, you're wrong about that. That's incorrect. All right, I'm okay. First of all, the script is called Sesh Medu Neter. That's what people are calling hieroglyphs. That's the formal carving that you see on stone and in wood. Then you have simplified Sesh Medu Neter, which is what you see instead of being carved in stone and wood, it's written on papyri. But it's the exact same symbols. You can actually see one-for-one correspondence between the formal pictorial look with what's on the papyri. Then you have what they call hieratic, which is a more slightly slanted and cursive form of Sesh Medu Neter. Then you have Demotic. Then after that you have what's called Coptic. So you said 3, and I mentioned more than 3.
Coptic refers to a time period.
What?
This nigga don't know.
Listen, see this.
Coptic who was in Egypt during the Coptic period? That's the question I'm going to ask you. Let me see if you know history. Who was in Egypt during the Coptic period?
Okay, no. Okay, but before you do that, let's deal with your era first because you boast about being an archaeologist when I didn't ask you. Wait a minute. I didn't ask you what you were.
I said that the AmenRa has never been fully translated. What has been translated to some extent is demonic and hieratic. Why am I focusing on demonic and hieratic?
You made a statement and said that there were. I asked you, what did you mean by it not being translated? Instead of you answering me, you go on a tangent and talk about the script and only mention 3 scripts. You said it's only 3. I said you're wrong. There was 5.
You are emotionally distressed because you probably have studied AmenRa, and for someone to tell you that it's never been translated,
no, I'm not. Listen, no.
But the truth is, it's never translated, brother.
No, listen. I can prove to you that it has been, but even before I get to that, I'm trying to
know that it's never been fully translated. Because Dr. Ben, if anyone was qualified from an African perspective to deal with AmenRa, it would be Dr. Ben because he brought it to all Africans in North America.
Dr. Ben was not a linguist. Dr. Ben was not a linguist. All right, let's get that straight.
You said Dr. Ben was naturally a linguist. He spoke Spanish, English, and Arabic.
Listen to me very quick. Listen to me very quick. Speaking. Listen.
I know linguists. All linguists I know speak 1 or 2 languages. How many languages you speak?
Okay, listen. All right, first of all, linguists. Okay, first of all, we don't know each other. Hold up, we don't know each other. First of all, second, linguistics is a scientific discipline.
Wait,
one second.
You wrote a book.
I tell you what,
I already told you last time when you wrote about your book. The AmenRa has never been translated. Who are you citing for your translation? And I'll stop my tangent. Who are you citing for your translation?
Sir,
I can't talk. Why you
don't have
talking?
to cite. McRaw, calm down, McRaw. Calm down, man.
So look, I'm just gonna keep it real simple. You know, you're saying a lot of stuff and you're repeating yourself and you're just wrong. So we're gonna back up. First of all, I mean we're not gonna get away from your error about the scripts. You don't have to own up to your errors, and I understand that it's being recorded. But
yeah, he
more
only
than 3
said it was
scripts.
3.
So,
yeah, he
right.
only said it was limited to 3.
Exactly. So you're wrong about that. First of all, you're ultimately wrong about Medu Neter not being translated. All right. So you're wrong about that overall. That's the umbrella. And then you want to go on a tangent about the scripts. You mentioned 3. There's more than 3. All right. That's where you're wrong again. And then 2, linguistics is a scientific discipline. Because a person speaks more than one language does not qualify them as a linguist. Correct. All right. These are people who are polyglots or omniglots, where people who speak more than one language. Even translators don't qualify themselves as linguists. It is a scientific discipline. Just because I can mix some chemicals together doesn't make me a chemist that studies that involves with chemistry or biology, things like that.
Linguistics?
Wait. First of all, do you understand that first?
You talking to me like I don't know what you're talking about when I'm an anthropologist, homie. It's 4 subfields of anthropology.
Okay, but listen, I don't know you to be an anthropologist. You could be lying to me. I don't know that. I'm going by what's coming out your mouth. Listen, I'm going by what's coming out your mouth. And right now, I don't have any confidence in you being what you say you are because you're wrong.
This was correct the minute I said it wasn't translated. So your tangent is more or less emotional, and you can't even discipline yourself to handle conversation in regards to the information I'm saying.
All right, well, listen, I'm not going hog the
historical reference for your translation. That's all you have to do.
Nicaragua going in. Get him, son.
That's what the fuck I'm doing right now. Type some historical reference, and I will leave you alone, brother.
Okay, listen. First of all, I'm trying to eat. I mean, you're not owning up to your errors, and I understand that. All right, but listen. But hold up. But 1 second. I'm gonna answer your questions. But please don't project. Wait a minute. Please don't. We can't talk at the same time. All right. I'll tell you what. Let me know when you finish.
I'm asking you some more. I interview you on, and then I can get my knowledge to see if you qualified to teach me Medu Neter.
That's what
you keep messing up because
y'all having a really good exchange right now. Don't filibuster over each other because y'all having a really good and productive exchange. So let's
exactly.
Okay, so look.
I just wanted to talk something in. When you try that line on us, it really don't work because we got published works. So you can't ask him to say anything oral to qualify himself if you ain't looked at his public work. Straight up, bro. All you got to do is get the book, just like I got Shaka book, and researched it, and then I put out my opinion. Do the same thing before you qualify yourself.
No. I support you, and you already proved to me the credibility in terms of his linguistic failure in proving his point. I support you in that. I'm getting to the other conversation regarding the Medu Neter translation.
Punch drunk.
Why you doing that, Maker Rod? You just want to beat, man.
Real quick, because I mean, you know, this is light stuff. So listen, this is the thing. I can't talk while you're talking. You asking me a bunch of questions, and I know why you asking me a bunch of questions because you want to deviate off of your errors. You don't want to own up to your errors, and I understand that. For whatever's in you, you need help about that. But now, so to answer your question about Medu Neter being translated, how we know that it's translated is by historical comparative linguistics. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so a linguist, an actual linguist, not somebody who speaks multiple languages, but actual linguist will take words and actually compare words.
I would have asked him what it means. And that's like I'm going to ask you, what do it mean?
What does what mean? Historical comparative linguistics?
Yeah, Nicaragua, what it mean?
I'm going to tell you what the root for comparative linguistics is to show you the context. Comparative linguistics deals with the rubrics is dealing with translation from all Latin, believe it or not. Why would I say that? Why would I say that?
That's wrong right there.
The first Europeans to write were the Greeks. So all the first linguistics are coming from a Western perspective. What's the Western perspective? Greek comparative linguists. So yes, I'm.
All right, this brother's really not qualified for me to even dignify his questions at this point, for real.
Yeah, he drunk.
All right, so
you should have read the book. You should have read the beginner's guide.
I'm not dealing with Shaka's book. I'm not dealing with Shaka's book. The brother already. He threw it to me. I'm dealing with this brother about the meta-nature never being translated. Let's do it. We know what linguist is.
This is the problem, Nicaragua. You that club fighter / sparring partner. You know what I mean? And you that club fighter that really, really, wanted to be in the ring one day. But you got the cauliflower ear and the lump on the side of your nose, and you that sparring partner. You ain't never gonna be Mayweather.
Tell me anything but the truth. Tell me anything but the truth.
The cauliflower ear, yo.
Tell me anything but the truth.
Hold on, man.
You got the cauliflower ear. You know what I'm saying?
Actual fact is, let's deal with the brother trying to.
Okay, but listen. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real short. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna close out.
Who's your translator?
I'm gonna keep it real short. I do my own, but I'm gonna keep this real short. So this is the thing.
Thank you, brother. That's all you need to hear.
Listen. Okay, listen. Okay, if that's all you need to hear, then please be quiet so I can speak. All right. So listen, you have an opinion that Medu Neter has not been translated. All right, that's your opinion. Now let's put a value or a qualification onto that opinion, because everybody has opinion, all right, and you're entitled to that. But your value and your opinion, the value of your opinion is nil. It's nothing, because one, you're making very simple rookie mistakes. You said backing up. You said there was 3 scripts, and there's more than 3, all right. So that's where you're wrong, and ultimately you're wrong about Medu Neter not being translated. So. And then you're talking about, so when we talk about translations, you're talking about the script. What about the meanings? What about the meanings of words?
Mm-hmm. What about the meaning of words?
Absolutely.
The burden is on you, brother, to prove that. When I say that, you're supposed to go.
You're
supposed to go in 1786. Such and such came to this conclusion and came with the final, print, and this is how Medu Neter, you didn't give me a historical date to when who translated it.
Yeah, man.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay, all right. So listen. All right. First of all,
Nicaragua, what you're trying to do is how can you say a person can't speak fluent Chinese if you can't even speak Chinese?
Because
if you don't understand the language or the discipline behind the language, how can you then say if a person can or cannot speak the language?
What year and who?
You're not qualified to do so.
Medu Neter. And I'm gonna shut up. What year and who was the translator to Medu Neter?
It took 2015. The
work I'm doing on it is this not a nag. I'm doing work on the systematic historical approach to
history to everything, family.
Huh?
There's a history to everything. What's today? Today is November 1st, 2015.
No, what I'm telling you is that
everything has a history. What is the history? Who translated to Medu Neter?
Listen. It took a systematic approach to the decipherment of Medu Neter. It's not just credited to one person. It took many different scholars that compiled different works from different time periods to help them with the decipherment. Not only that, the African language also helped with decipherment. So now we goes back to Africa. The African languages also help with decipherment, also from past works, recent works from different ethnic groups, not just European. It took different ethnic groups. It took some decipherment works from Egyptians themselves. It took some decipherment works from Nubian/Arabian. It took some decipherment works from scientists of European descent. It was a universal systematic process. It just was not just one, person. If you know the history of the decipherment of the language. And you can go to Dr. Ricchetti's site. She explains it perfectly. So, I don't understand you.
We'll call that checkmate.
Ask another question. I'll ask a simpler question. Who was it that collaborated on the front? No. He didn't give me no answer because he didn't give me a date. Don't do that, Unc. Don't do that. He didn't give me a date. First off, let me ask you.
He said it wasn't just one.
Who agreed upon the final translation then? Who was it that agreed upon the final translation?
Let me just say something. First of all, Minkare, first of all, something you said a second ago is just absolutely wrong. The burden of proof is always on the claimant. This is a standard. This is a common sense, common knowledge standard in any kind of argument, debating whatsoever, whether it's in legal arenas, scholastic arena, or whatever. Whoever's making the claim, the burden, the responsibility to prove the claim is on the claimant. All right, you are claiming that Meta has not been translated. So the burden of proof is on you, and you're not qualified. Everything come out your mouth, you're not qualified.
No, I just told you why I'm saying that. I'm saying the Meta will never qualified because nobody can give me an author or authors to win this. Who agrees upon the final translation? Have you ever studied other people's notes, brother?
Hey, brother, is work being done? Is work being done in his work already available? I mean, this information is not. Who
was the agreed translation? Who agreed upon all these scholars when they had a conference? And they said, okay, this is the final translation, and we got
you like you got your own period.
Right, okay, see, that's...
Hold on for a minute, Ujao.
We know when the cotton drill was made. We know when the pyramid of Khufu was made. When did this generation or this century translate the Meta Nature?
Hold on for a minute, Minkara. Don't cut me off. Minkara, don't cut me off. Let me make my point. You are in full agreement that the Meta Nature has been translated. You, with a name Minkara, you're saying that, hey people, the name is translated as Minkara, and you will give us a meaning of it, Minkara.
Minkara can be shown in the Coptic and the Demonic. Minkara can be shown in the Coptic and the Demonic. Do your homework, family.
They are a
Coptic and Demonic. Do your homework.
Hey, brother. Coptic is a related language to Egyptian. You know that, right? And it's born in Egypt too.
Who benefited from demonic writing?
Hey, hold on for a second.
I said Coptic.
Hold on. Everybody freeze for a minute. Freeze. We got 60 seconds. The calling number is 347-857-2055, man. Man, we dealing with Minkara. He just got the cauliflower knocked out his ear, and he's still coming back for more. We're going to finish him off and continue the discussion. Got 30 seconds to call in. Finish
the cauliflower busted, but I snatched all you niggas' hearts out right now. Y'all niggas barely breathe.
I know. But watch this, Minkara.
Give me a date.
Watch this.
When the man next to translate? Who next?
Minkara, you yelling. Come on, man. You yelling like a nigga got his mouthpiece knocked out. Relax. Listen, let me come to page 3, right, of the book that I suggest you should get, A Beginner's Introduction to Meta Nature, so you won't make these mistakes. Let me finish. I'll give you the author in a minute. Let me finish this. In the introduction, right, he quotes Theophile Banger. And since you study Egyptian history, Minkara, since your whole life is based off that shit, Minkara, listen to this statement. It says, Egyptian language must be learned technically because this language is the key to understanding Kemet, ancient Egypt. It says, from an intrinsic paradigm, it's a positive discussion about Kemet is no longer sufficient if our aim is to advance the discipline scholarship. In order for us to have a deep and exciting dialogue with Kemet, it is necessary for us to master Egyptian language. This requirement is imperative, for without it, we have no beginning. So I'm just trying to figure out which
I agree with that. But don't none of you niggas know demonic or heretic writing. He said master all the Egyptian languages. He said master all the Egyptian languages. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't even know the money's gonna write. You start from the basics.
First of all,
how you niggas jump? How you niggas just jump right in the middle nature and don't go to the basic shit like demonic and the right?
We're gonna do this, man. You gonna stop yelling?
Okay, hold up.
His brother is.
Because every nigga who knew demonic and right will have a niche for error.
Yelling, man.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, he don't know nothing, man.
Hold on.
Okay, listen.
We're not gonna yell.
Right.
We're not gonna yell over a guy who has his mouthpiece knocked out, cauliflower knocked out of his ear, and he's stumbling around the ring. You know, you're like the Rocky movie. Adrian!
Down goes Frazier.
Down goes Frazier. You're crazy. You're punch drunk. Somebody give him his mouthpiece. You just walked to the wrong corner. You're over there, son. Point him in the right direction and sit down in the chair. AmenRa, relax. Come on, man. Come on, yo. One at a time, bruh. Man, yo, how you jump through this one?
I agree.
Come on, man. You protecting Shaka.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on with that. No one's mad at Shaka.
No, nobody's mad at Shaka. It's not even.
Right. He ain't do nothing wrong. At least he had the heart to put the goddamn book out of the AmenRa Squad. Man, believe me, when I write my book, they're going to be on my fucking ass, man. I don't get a pass because I'm unk. So why should anybody else get a pass? It talks about African history. Okay? Come on with that, man. Dang. Just chill, AmenRa, man. Come on, dude. The line open, man. Let me get the next caller, man.
Okay.
Dang.
Can somebody get the date though? Cause while I'm waiting.
The date is right now. The brother Smash just translated for you. He's a living example.
Okay, but
why?
Yeah.
Uja'u.
Who talked?
Head and Neb. They're translating
Who talked
you.
that?
They the fucking reference.
Okay,
they got published works.
but I know that's what people
and speak on the subject.
That's what people do. People who are not qualified, people who are not qualified to have a value to their opinion, that's what they do. Because you give them a date, then they're going to find something else to ask you about. Then you give them a person, they're going to find something else to ask you about. And the thing is that, one, the quote that you just said is from page 3. And then if you heard what AmenRa repeated, he even changed up the words that Dr. Theophilus Benga said, and that tells you that the brother doesn't pay attention to detail. He's wrong about the scripts. He's confused about the difference between the script and the spoken language, and it not being translated versus not being deciphered, so on and so forth. I mean, the brother's all over the place. He's not qualified.
Tell me the
You're not qualified.
Okay, well, let that beg to differ. But tell me the difference between a spoken language and the written language.
One is verbal that you can hear, and that's what I'm doing to you right now. I'm speaking, and then if I were to write down what I'm saying to you, that would be considered a written language. This is basic stuff that you learn in elementary school. So I don't understand why you asked me that question.
I'm asking that question because let me ask you why I asked him that question. Because from a linguistic perspective, I know Latinos, for example, who don't speak English but can read English. I know Latinos
you disagree with him?
That's not a problem. That has nothing to do with.
Linguistics is a four-way street. Then linguistics is a four-way street, right?
Linguistics is a scientific discipline, and what you just asked me have nothing to do with what you just said about Latinos. Latinos not being able to speak, but they can read it.
Listen what I'm saying. Let me get you what I'm talking about first, and then you tell me if you have a problem.
Hold on. One second. Let me just tell you what you're trying to tell me, because the thing is, look, you can understand a language by reading it and never knowing how to pronounce it, never knowing how to speak it. That's known. That's common knowledge. So you're not saying anything that's different.
But you may not know what the fuck you're talking about. I can read Spanish very well, but I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, then that means you can't read it, because reading deals with comprehension.
No. It deals with pronunciation first. Then interpretation.
No, brother. See, that's why I know. Look, listen. Whatever school you are at for archaeology, you need to get a refund.
Let me give you an example first. Let me teach you right quick, right?
Me and you talking is a two-way street right now.
Me and you talking is a two-way street, right? The minute we enter reading, it becomes a four-way street. Because now you may not talk the way you write.
Listen, speaking a language and reading a language for comprehension, I can listen. I can understand. I can read something in a language and never know how to pronounce it properly because my articulation devices in my mouth may not be fixed to pronounce the words properly. Like, for example, Chinese. Chinese people cannot pronounce the words, our English words, so they'll mess it up. But they may be able to read English and understand it. So you have a semantic, which is a subfield of linguistics. Semantics means the meaning, people who study the meanings of things. Then you have people who study the phonetics, which is the pronunciation of things. Then you have phonology. So you have all these subgroups or subdisciplines under linguistics, which is under anthropology. So these are scientific disciplines that I know you're not qualified to speak about or speak on because you're making these rookie mistakes. You need to get a refund from the college or whatever institution you're attending from archaeology, or at least stop speaking about this subject.
Okay, you through? It seems like you looked up linguistics and found out it was a subfield for anthropology. I'm happy you learned something. Now let me answer a question.
Hold on. Anthropology to say, hold on.
No, he didn't earlier. He didn't even put that context together. He didn't put his sentence structure like that earlier.
I didn't have to. I'm the one that said linguistics is a scientific discipline.
Come on, man.
I'm the one that said that.
All right, you know what? All right, we're going to get the next call. You crazy.
Mitchell is looking for somebody to argue with.
Who next?
You looking for argue with, man.
Hey, I'm going to say, y'all. Y'all going to email me that date?
So that's what you contingent on the date? Wait a minute.
All y'all know Meta, but don't know the date it was translated. That was a historical event, man.
Look, here's the problem.
It's been translated in 2015.
And you got talking about there's only 3 scripts.
Here's the point we need to really be concerned with. The brother Netanyahu said it wasn't just one translation. It was a system across the board, right? Using African languages, using
let's deal with the fact that he can defend himself. He can defend himself.
Don't cut him off. Don't cut him off.
Because I'm trying to double team me. And let me talk to him. I got my ear busted, man.
Hold on, man. Listen. Menkara is not going to cut me off like that, yo.
Yeah, that's not very polite.
Yeah, come on, man. I am saying that the brother eloquently stated, Netanyahu, he said, it wasn't just one thing. It was a collaboration. It was a universal effort to do it. Matter of fact, that shows you just how serious the language was. That it took a universal goddamn collaboration of human beings on the planet. So if it's a universal effort, there's not going to be just one thing, Menkara. You getting a college degree should understand that easily. Everybody knows that anthropology is not one thing. Anthropology is the study of culture and all the tools used to study a culture. I got anthropology books in the library, and they speak of a lot of different subjects explaining culture. Damn.
That's right,
man. 646,
exactly.
Man, your line is open. New York in the building. Your line open,
what's up?
Stop that.
He can defend this. Let me address him and tell him why I made the statements I made.
All right, you
See,
can.
when I make such a bold statement, it hurt a lot of people. It hurt a lot of people.
Listen, brother. Listen, your statement is not bold, and it doesn't hurt anybody. It's foolish.
Hey, what happened to you just unmuted me, Uncle. See what happened? You just unmuted me, Uncle, and I can't. The minute I say the military have been deciphered, he immediately go into defensive mode.
All right, that's all.
The ancestors muted you, brother.
No, you muted me, and you don't know Metal Nature. So why you even going to just overtalk brother? You know him, but you get out the fact. It's a fact that niggas need to know about. Let's deal with what you used earlier. You said Chinese, right? What if you studied symmetry of Chinese writing and never heard nobody pronounce Chinese? How would you know what it sounds like? How would you know what the fuck you saying?
Man. Okay, first of all, wait a minute. First of all, this. Let me just, because there's other people listening, so I'm gonna clarify something. You don't have to. You can read a language and understand it without ever being able to speak it and pronounce it properly. That's anybody that studies linguistics that will tell you that. I repeat it. I'll repeat it. You can learn a language and learn the meanings of words that you're reading and never, ever be able to pronounce it or speak the actual language. But you'll be able to know what you're reading. That is a common knowledge.
How many languages do you speak?
Listen, that's common knowledge among linguists. Okay, so what you're saying, you're crisscrossing. Listen. Wait a minute. Let me finish what I'm saying. You said repeat myself. So I'm saying what you're saying is not acknowledging that simple fact. The fact, because you're crisscrossing that if somebody can't.
And I asked you how many languages.
If you don't cut me off, I will repeat what I'm saying. I'm explaining to you because you're not the only person on the phone or listening. So real quick, the thing is that you have a meaning of a word. If I say, for example, the word casa. If I could say Kese and be pronouncing it totally wrong and don't know how to fix my mouth to pronounce it right. But if I read it and I understand the meaning of the words that I'm reading, because reading takes comprehension. Right, it still means a house. I could pronounce it and botch up the pronunciation. We do it with names all the time. Somebody from a foreign country tell you their name or you see their name written down, you pronounce it wrong all the time. But you'll know that that's who you're talking about, who to address. So we do it all the time. You don't have to pronounce something correctly or speak a language to understand it.
You don't believe that.
Basic example. You're not catching on what I'm saying. You're not catching on to what I'm saying.
Wait. But hold on. But do you understand that first? Wait. Do you understand that first?
Everybody that starts talking about, listen what I'm saying, brother. Everybody that starts talking about, they never heard the language being spoken. You learn the language.
Why is your name Mikra? So why is your name Mikra, though?
It's demonic and erotic. I know demonic and erotic. I studied it. I picked my name well, nigga. So I don't know demonic and erotic. I don't know Metametric. Because it ain't fully deciphered. Why? Because it's the most sophisticated out of the three.
I want to challenge you on that. Let's do something publicly. Let's get in the Google Hangout and let's test our skill in Hangout.
Let's do a hangout.
Give me a date. Now shut up. Give me a date.
Tonight. Let's do a hangout tonight.
It's not the translation Metametric. He never dealt with Metametric, but he knew.
Tonight. Google hangout.
He knew demonic hangout.
Look. This is the beginning and end. This is the beginning and end of the conversation. Google Hangout tonight.
Mikra gonna get up in that chat.
Yep.
Get him.
Google Hangout tonight. Yep, tonight. Right after this blog talk show. Google Hangout tonight.
You can do that.
You don't want
to go live. And listen. You know demonic and hieratic, so I'm gonna put up some stuff and you're gonna read it, and that's gonna end this. All right?
Okay. I'm gonna throw you a ball right there because I want you to do homework. The first mentioning of the word hieratic come from Herodotus. Did you know that?
Oh man, come on! Why are you
that's
something? We said we want to get in a good and watch you read
all credibility.
I'm gonna read it with you.
You done lost. This guy said hieratic came from Herodotus.
No, it's mentioning. Listen what I said. I'm saying, you look up the word hieratic, it says that the first mentioning of the word was denoted by Herodotus, who said it was the priest script. Go look it up.
What relevance does that have to what we're talking about right now? This is what you've been doing all night. This is what you've been doing all night.
It's a historical concept.
This is what you've been doing all night. You have certain trigger phrases that you keep saying, and that tells me how ignorant you are of the subject. Because you have a short list of things to just blab out.
Do you know that?
That's what you're doing.
That's what the Greeks
all you're doing is just blabbing out.
You can't lie about what you know. How do you know hieratic and don't know Metametric? How does that happen?
Right.
That's what I'm asking you.
That's what you asking me. I'm asking you. No,
I don't deal with demonic and erotic question. Y'all don't know demonic and erotic? Stop the right Metametric.
On the computer.
You're trying to have a non-productive conversation.
All right, look, Google Hangout. So the brother can't hop on.
Hey, I'm at home. Y'all niggas by computers, and it's been like 30 minutes and 40 minutes. So y'all have time to look shit up now. Y'all seeing I'm kicking ass. And that cauliflower ear ain't hurting that bad. Y'all want to go Hoover Hangout. Oh, this nigga
I wish I could go
Give
to
me a date, nigga. Give me a date. Who next?
Calm down, family. Calm down.
Mikra, I know you got one good round.
Go to some more callers, man. Go to some more callers.
All it's going to take, Mikra. You can win.
Go to some more callers, man.
Oh, my goodness. This brother said that he don't know Metal Network.
We can send you the link right now while we on the air.
Hey, Unc,
we can send you the link right now while we on the air, bro.
You lying to
I got time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that link up. I'm gonna put that link up for you, Nick. No drinking.
Yeah, we about to get through the link on the air,
brother.
Nicaragua, I'm just saying, though, man. You just saying. See, he caught the plea. Y'all know how black people caught the plea. When black people caught pleas, they start with terms like, I'm just saying.
We're going to hang out live tonight.
Hey, that's kind of backwards right there, though, man.
Hey, you know what I'm just saying, man,
I
right?
bet you Shaka would have gave me a date. Shaka would have gave me a date. Shaka would have probably even said Champollion. But at least he would have gave me a date in the name. Don't even say Champollion.
Champollion is attributed.
You got to get from Shaka. Get the page number.
Yeah. And plus, the thing about Champollion is attributed with deciphering the hieroglyphs.
When they cracked it, when Champollion, they probably got something. That's why he's speculating on the Metal Nitra stone. That statue, you see, he's speculating over the Metal Nitra stone. You know what the fuck?
Hey, listen, you just said that you could read Demotic, so why don't you correct them? There you go. I tell you what, that's what I want you to do. We will hang out tonight. I'm going to post up the Rosetta Stone. It has Demotic on there, and you're going to read it. All right, there you go.
When you do a demonic,
I want to understand, brother. How can you read? You say you can read Demotic and Heretic, but you can't read the Metal Nitra. Do you know they are the same?
I'm gonna give you an example. How many symbols are in the Metal Nitra?
No. Hey, I'm gonna do it better. The brother talk about decipherment. You're talking about decipherment. The Rosetta Stone,
but all of them don't connect to that rubric.
Champollion,
the Rosetta Stone, 16 symbols they may connect throughout the demonic and heretic. Then they go to Metal. But all the Metal Nitra symbols cannot be found in demonic and heretic. That's why I said that shit ain't never been translated. Because they only show you a few. This is demonic and heretic. They only show you a few. There's like 4 to 16 symbols. It's about 100 different individual letters in Metal Nitra. Probably 400 individual letters in Metal Nitra. We know how many there's demonic.
Listen, brother, man, you are wrong all across all night.
Yeah, he don't sound right. Yeah.
Nah, all right, but listen, this is the thing. Wait, you said that you can read Demotic. You studied Demotic, you can read it. The Rosetta Stone has what 3 languages on the Rosetta Stone?
Correct.
Hell no.
I'm asking you.
He got
all right, so I'll tell you what.
Hold on. Okay. I didn't what you said. I was taking.
Okay. All right. Hey. Okay. I understand the tactic. Listen, I understand the tactic. Okay. I know. I understand.
Go back to what you said because I want to talk with you. Go back to what you said. What you say?
Okay. Yeah. All right. I understand. I understand the tactic. All right. Listen. So you mentioned Champollion and you mentioned the Rosetta Stone.
I said that's what Shaka would have referenced. No. I said that's what Shaka would have referenced.
I know. Okay. I know. I'm saying you mentioned. Listen, let me finish. All you mentioned it, so I'm saying the Rosetta Stone has 3. It's interlinear. It has 3 different languages on it. So one of those languages is what? Or what are the 3 languages that are written? The 3 scripts, I should say, on the Rosetta Stone. What are those 3 scripts?
Hold on. I don't even know, brother.
He got to Google it.
Okay.
I'm just saying that because I want him to explain to me. I'm trying to explain to myself.
Okay, listen. I tell you what. Listen.
I swear to God, I don't know what the 3. I don't know what they are. You tell me.
Why don't you know?
Now watch. Hold on. Listen, everybody. Listen what he's doing. So now he's gonna do this ignorant thing. I understand the tactic. All right. So one of the languages on there, one of the scripts, I should say. Sorry. Is Demotic. You said that you study and you know Demotic. So therefore, if on the Google Hangout tonight, if you show up, I'm gonna post the Rosetta Stone, and I want for you to tell us what the Demotic said, because in the Demotic, and then you have the
I don't even know what the Rosetta Stone. I don't know what the 3 languages are from Rosetta Stone, though, brother. You didn't even tell. I don't know what the 3 languages are.
No scripts, 3 scripts, brother, scripts. Okay, Demotic is a script. as well as the name of a spoken language. But the script I'm speaking about is demotic.
What is the script? What's the script? I don't even know the script.
Okay, see, that's the tactic. I'm telling you. Listen,
time, man.
Listen.
Yeah.
We
all right. So,
like
all right.
Yo.
Yeah.
So
all right, we're gonna drop that.
I told you, punch demonic. If he can read the demonic on a Rosetta song, right? Then he can read the next language and the next language, right? Because then you got
exactly.
three different languages on it, right?
Sure.
And so really,
exactly.
actually, if he can read
Sesh Medu Neter, Demotic, and Greek,
then he should be able to understand the Greek too, because it's lined up
we'll
like
just
that.
Stick with the Demotic. No, we'll just stick with the Demotic. We're gonna stick with
the point is that would lead you to understanding Medu Neter, though. Like
I know, but I ain't gonna let him off the hook. Yeah, let's just stick to what he say he knows. He said he know that.
And Seti should team up together. I think they'd make a dynamic duo on the subject matter.
Nah, that will end. Nah.
Put them. Nah, man, I'm telling you, man. Put them two together,
bro.
That won't end very well. That won't. That's not a good look. And I'm just saying because the brother.
646. Line is open.
Yeah, get ready to read that Demotic, bro.
He ain't gonna do it. 646. Line is open.
Oh,
646.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's going on?
You there?
I'm here, brother. What's up? Black African Power.
Yeah. What's the peace, Black African Power. Yo, man, y'all just brought me back to my younger years, where I used to get high when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, and I would go, and me and my friends would go to the block Fool, so we can laugh at the ignorant shit that come out of his mouth. That's what y'all did tonight, man. That's I mean, yeah. Y'all got, I don't know, what y'all high or something, man? Because y'all just tripped the fuck out on homeboy there. He came in there.
That's Makerov, man. He all right. Makerov cool people.
Yo, he need to stop that shit. You know, he needs to sit back and learn what he's talking about. Because just like YG was saying, whenever he get in a tough spot, he'll jump to another subject, then another subject, and y'all just follow behind him. I don't know, man, but I have fun, man. Y'all just had me cracking up with this motherfucker. I mean, the first thing he said was,
brother, man.
The first thing he said was when he came in, why did you do that to
translated? That's what I said. The Medu Neter never been translated. Give me a date.
No. You first said, why y'all do that to Shaka?
First, I asked. I recant my statements. I said, Chakra. Why? Out of all the people's books to critique, why Chaka's book and why now? And he gave me the reason.
Where's your book? Let me critique yours.
Here's the thing. Why should they answer that question? Why should they?
Because I asked the same question when he was on my radio show last night.
Oh, y'all be going back and forth for radio shows?
Yes, brother. Yes, sir.
So if you asked that the other day, then why ask it again?
Because he didn't give me an answer.
Well, maybe he didn't want to. I mean,
I thought I gave him a good answer.
I asked the question.
Knowing to me, nigga.
I'm still inclined to ask the question, right?
I'll just mess with you, man.
I understand, brother. I asked the question. I understand, brother. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna stick my head back in and just listen to your brothers go at it. But yeah. Peace all.
Okay, man, Garage, since we know you can't read the demonic, nigga. You play too much. Cut it out.
I don't think me reading the demonic is an issue. Teach me something.
I do. Chase you around every time.
No, I brought the demonic and erotic up. I brought the demonic and erotic up. Y'all did Medu Neter. I brought it up.
Most liars bring up they lie, dude. Who else gonna bring up their lie?
No, brother. When you were just critiquing Shaka Amos's work, you was getting on his Medu Neter translation.
Let me
you
ask you a question.
I brought that up.
But I ask you a question.
For bringing up what I brought up.
All right, I got you. But look, I charge you of lying, dog. Now, do you want to prove me wrong on Google Hangouts or not?
Yes,
I have a problem with that. Give me a date, though, for the family who's listening, who may not be able to go to Google Hangouts. Give me a date for that Medu.
And you hear us. You hear. Stop playing. You hear us. We said tonight. Stop playing games.
We go tonight.
We said tonight.
I gotta go in the field. I'm in the field tomorrow anyway. You feel me? I'm telling you, I'm an archaeologist. I does this, man. Okay. So I
archaeology.
I don't even believe you.
Language, yo. Why you keep playing?
I don't believe you.
I ain't gonna take it back. Look, I'm taking back. I ain't gonna call you a liar, bro. That's a strong word. You ain't no liar, but you just being creative right now. You know you can't read no Heradic because you would know Medu Neter. In your study of learning Heradic, you would have found how close it was to the Medu Neter, and you at least expanded your. Pardon me?
Because what I did was tell you that I can fuck with demonic and Heradic, but I don't know Medu Neter. You supposed to tell me then. You supposed to show me the connections.
Okay, here you go. All right, here you go. Wait. Here you go. So listen. You said you could rock with demonic and Heradic.
Other than a few symbols.
Listen.
Because it's only like 4 to 16.
I can't talk with you talking.
Okay. You just asked me a question and you jumped in. I was dealing with the brother right there. The brother from Oakland.
No, listen. Okay, but listen, you just made a point. All right, you just made a point. You said you can mess with demonic and Heradic, but you don't mess with Medu Neter. All right, this is why I brought up Champollion. Listen, wait a minute. This is why I brought up Champollion and the Rosetta Stone, et cetera, because on the Rosetta Stone you have 3 different scripts on there, and this is probably where you got your wrong answer earlier about 3 scripts. But anyway, so the 3 scripts on the Rosetta Stone is the Demotic script, the Sesh Medu Neter, which is the formal, what they call hieroglyphs, and then you have the Greek. So if you mess with Demotic, then on the Rosetta Stone, I want you to mess with the Demotic that's right there. Because once you mess with the Demotic right there, wait, hold up. Wait. No, I'm not finished. I'm not finished yet. Real quick. So this is the thing. This is the thing.
All the Medu Neter is not written on the Rosetta Stone, though. All the Medu Neter symbols aren't.
Nobody said it was. Listen. Okay, I'm just gonna finish my point. Right, I just want to finish my point. All he has to do is to mess with. He said he messed with it, so mess with the demonic that's on the stone, irregardless that it's not that stone don't represent all of the characters in the language. But what is there, he can mess with the demonic, and then he can take that demonic that he messed with, and then bring it over to the Sesh Medu Neter, which is the hieroglyph, and even the Greek. That's all he has to do, and that's what I want to see him do, and that's what he should be able to do because he said that he messed with demonic and Heradic. Everybody heard it. So tonight on Google Hangout, let's get it in.
All right, there you go, man. Corral, you didn't. How do you say it? You cash the tickets, your ass can't. How I say? Damn. All right, man. Corral, you line is back up, man. What, man? I hear you, brother.
You can't keep muting me when 4 niggas is attacking me.
Nah, man, I'm not because you keep. No one's attacking you. You the one on the attack.
No. Each one asking me a particular question. When I finish asking his question. And he comes.
No, go ahead now. No, go ahead. Now we all quiet. You want to say something? Nobody gonna cut you off, Mr. Rob.
You're busted, but you niggas' hearts is gone because I told you niggas that the Medu Neter ain't never been translated, and the fact that y'all can't give me a date is proof of reference. Because y'all can't give me a historical reference to your interpretation. What year? What historical date? When was the agreed upon collaboration for the final interpretation of the Medu Neter concluded? And who did it?
Final interpretation.
What was the publisher?
Has to be a final interpretation.
You're chasing a pipe dream with that question right there.
No, what I'm saying is, who wrote your Medu Neter dictionary that you go to and you do your translating?
Man, you just be like
you asked me a question real quick. You asked me a question. I'm gonna answer it again. I already answered this, but I'm gonna answer it again. What we use is a process methodology provided to us by way of historical comparative linguistics, where we compare ancient Egyptian or Rodney Kemet to the living African languages that are related to it. That's how we can confirm and deny the meanings of different words. And I can give you an actual example. Matter of fact, let me do this. For example, the word ma'at. Like everybody says the word ma'at, they say it means truth, reciprocity, harmony, balance, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the cognates for that word ma'at and how we can confirm its meaning in living related African language. For example, in Congo, the Congo language, the same word ma'at is said moyo, means the same thing. In Baka language, which is Central African Republic, the word is ma. In the Fang language, the word is mai. And in Pongwe language, which is in Gabon, it's the same word as maya. In the Yoruba language, the word is mo. A lot of people speak Yoruba language today. In Hausa, the word is ma. In Mada, which is North Cameroon language, the word is mat. In Nuer language, which is a Nilotic Sudanic language, the word is mat. This is how we can confirm or deny the form and meaning of a word. So we don't have to rely on European dictionaries or whatsoever. We can actually confirm or deny these things. These are the tools that are available to us.
Brother, all the deities' names confirm strongly in demonic and erratic because they deity names. That
what you just said is irrelevant to what I do.
It is relevant. It is relevant because
I can tell that you didn't even understand what I just said.
It's not just found in Metal Nature. It's found in demonic and erratic because even the Greeks learned the term. How did the Greeks learn the term? And the Greeks didn't know Metal Nature. The Greeks just learned Coptic and erratic. But how do they know the name of the deities? Because the names of the deities are strong names. They're gonna translate. So when the Greeks came over and they seen the deities on the wall, they didn't know the Metal Nature. Who is that? That is Ma'at. They learned the stories of the names, and the names got translated. All the kings of the deities' names. That's the context of linguistics. The fact that you're curious shows you know nothing about that.
Hey, whoa,
okay.
You making this up?
Hold on. Real quick, because he's harping on the fact that I use a deity's name, Ma'at. So now let's kill that. Let's use a regular word which means to complete. All right, the word is arek. The Egyptian word is arek. Now I'm gonna give you some cognates. In Kikongo, the word is kalunga, which means to complete. Another cognate, another word, arek. Another word for it is kanga, and this is all Kikongo. You have a word Congo, konko, means the same thing. Then like for the word Ankh, everybody that talks about Ankh, even Ankh's name, Ankh in Egypt. In Chiluba, the word is Chijangala. You have another word, Ayat, Ayi, which means to grow up. In Chiluba, that word is Kolo. You have the word for baboon.
You masturbate.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
All you're doing is finding common sounding names with a few names.
No, that's not all I'm doing. See, that's why I know you have no idea about this. All right, because that is not what I'm doing. That is exactly not what I'm doing. I'm not just trying to find commonly sounding words because the words that I even mentioned don't even sound alike.
Really?
All right.
It didn't.
So for example, the word for baboon, which is a type of monkey in Egypt, is Ian. Okay? That's in Egypt. But in Chiluba, it's called Nkima. But it's the same word. We could prove it by way of historical comparative linguistics. This is a scientific discipline, and we have these methods that we can and procedures that we follow in order to do this. That's why I said earlier that linguistics is a scientific discipline. You're talking about a 4-way, 2-way, stuff like that. No, it's a scientific discipline. This is how we can prove it.
Listen to what I said. Communication is already a 2-way street, right? Me and you talking. You have to get this is basic linguistics. This is how I was taught about a French woman, right? One is the receiver, right? The one listening, right? And the speaker. The receiver and the speaker. This is dealing with all linguistics first, right? All linguistics first, because once you get to written language, that's interpretation of all language on paper. That can go a 2-way street. Because why did they press that in school on us? They wanted to make sure we spoke the way we wrote. You got some people who speak very eloquently, but if they wrote some shit, you be like, damn. Or you got some people who can write very eloquently.
He making this up.
No, that's what I'm saying in terms of linguists. Your pronunciation, for example, when I say all linguists, I know all linguists speak more than one language. They have a knick-knack for it. When you don't speak more than one language, listen. I'm giving you the context.
I'm patiently listening to you, but I don't see the
context I'm saying is because you speak more than one language, because you speak more than one language, you're going off an English translation of the Metal Nature, right?
Man, that's just crazy.
Did you say they had a knick-knack?
Because he only speak English, he's going off an English interpretation.
That is so crazy. I just want to hold on one second. Everybody freeze for me. You know, I just really wanted the listening audience just to hear why we was formed. Because if we wasn't formed, this guy right here takes an elder called Walter Williams. and he runs. He looks in Walter Williams' book. Walter Williams make a statement. Don't supply no references, no nothing. He takes this guy, right, elder of ours, runs with him all the way into a brick wall to no return. And now he's coming with the most ridiculous arguments I've ever heard.
Power. Walter Williams is my teacher. I talk to him very frequently. Walter Williams, I talk to him very frequently. He's taught me shit that no one else has taught me, and every time I look it up, it's never been proven.
Wow. You're mad, man. Okay, bring Walter on the show. Let's do that.
Call him up. You would have been called him up as long as you've been on the show. Every time, see, when you deal with real historians, you have to watch questions you ask them because you omit information you don't know pertaining to historical dates.
I know, man. Just bring him on, man.
When you want to know something, you always go to the when did it happen?
You had him on your show?
Y'all can't even deal with this. So how the hell y'all gonna deal with the elder?
I know.
Walter Williams is a freestyle extraordinaire. The old head be freestyling and shit. Yeah, bless his heart. That's all right. He all right with us, man.
Y'all freestyle. Y'all picking and choosing what y'all want to deal with. The Melanetra has never been. See, if I asked her, I know a professor for France. If I asked her to translate it, she wouldn't. Has been translated. She know better, and she's a PhD. If I
know better. Hey, Menkara, I just ask you a question. You're on the subject of your name, Menkara. Are you saying that you got your name from Demotic and Coptic? So are you saying, when you say that, are you saying that it doesn't exist in the Meta-Netra, that we can't find the name Menkara in the Meta-Netra?
That's what you said. I picked my name very well. I just gave you a reference on how I deal with information. I told you all the titles of pharaohs can be noted, but what about everyday talk?
No, I just asked you a simple question.
I like to know. Mexicans don't know English if they know
I just asked you a simple question.
Mexicans don't know English if they know Obama. You gonna know deities in power because they're powerful names.
What source?
I just want to answer. No, I want to answer. I want to answer to the question. I asked you: are you saying that we cannot find Menkara?
Let's go find it in Meta-Netra.
In Meta-Netra. You say it again?
It wasn't the title of Pharaoh, or is it the title of Pharaoh?
Menkara. I'm asking you a very. Listen, I'm asking you. Okay, I'm asking you a very simple question. I understand the tactic. I mean, I deal with this all the time.
Yes.
You say yes? Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Okay. So there's no need. So by saying yes. So by saying that, there is no need to emphasize the fact that you got it from Coptic and Demotic. So we all understand that Menkara is found in the hieroglyphs.
Listen what I'm trying to say, bro. Listen what I'm saying.
No. But hold up. Do you understand that, right?
You do understand that? Because listen what I'm trying to say. Because you picking. Listen what I'm saying. I'm gonna be very frank. When you look up the connection between hieroglyphs, they're gonna give you the mind. They get it right. They're gonna show you 4 symbols that may look the same.
Here's
how
they
translate it. They'll give you 4 to 16, right? Everything else that they know. The Pharaoh's name, they know some of the Pharaoh's names and so forth, but in terms when they say that they cracked the Meta-Netra, they know all of that shit, that's bullshit. Because
let me make my point for a minute. Let me make this point. If we just take the name Men, Ka,
exactly.
So then you're agreeing that we do know what the Ka is in the Meta-Netra, and we do know what Ra is. So at least we know we have 2 words. We have 2 words that we know of that's in the Meta-Netra, the Ka and Ra. We got that. 2 words, niggas. And I'm pretty sure if you go through all the pharaohs' names, they got Unkin, all kind of names, right? So at the end of the damn day, bruh, the Meta-Netra has signs, right, symbols that you can see, right? So what you're really saying is, well, it's a few words y'all do got. So do you realize once you get a few words, you can just expand your horizons? Did you not understand that? That's all you need is a few words. From a few words, you can get more words. And then once you develop a system, it's like anything. We all speak English, but we don't know every word in the English goddamn language. But we have dictionaries for this, bro. And so we have a way of sounding out words. Like, if you can read, you can sound out words. You don't mean you have to know every word, but knowing the system of doing it, you can sound out words. So in the mathematics, you don't have to know every word. You have a system of getting at the words. Why the hell don't you understand that? You defeat your own self with your own name. It's
I just want to.
Go ahead.
I want to put I just want to add to what you're saying, right? Even for those of us that speak English, we do not know all of the English lexical items in the language. That's why we have to use dictionaries. Even us as born and raised English speakers, we do not know all of English. So when people say that all of Medu Neter is not deciphered or not translated, you could say the same thing to that person about English. You don't know it. You don't know all of English. You have to refer to something in order to expand your vocabulary, expand your vernacular. So when people say that, they shoot themselves in the foot even with that.
I mean, it's just the most.
Yes,
look,
absolutely.
Man, look. We're gonna be in New York, man. All right, and I'm pretty sure that's on the daggone table, man. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, that's the most. I've never in my life heard people talk about Egypt so much, but yet say the mechanisms used to help you understand Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Nigga don't know what it is. Then how the hell you even know about Egypt? It's the darndest thing. Man,
because the history of Egypt outweighs its written literature.
How?
What is the context of history? The best history, history is what other people write about you, not what you write about yourself oftentimes. We know the Egyptians had a powerful empire because what other motherfuckers used to make contact with them. Like right now, if I die,
can make contact with the Egyptians. Trade with
it's still going on right now.
Language that can't nobody, man, get out of here with that.
Yeah. How can you decipher a language you never heard before? You can't do it.
Show me where else in history this occurs, Minkara. You're smart, Minkara. Show me where in history.
You see that question right there? That
trait.
question reveals.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
Listen,
I'm trying to tell you right now. If I ask the professor right now, if I walk up to the professor and I say, Doctor, has the language fully been deciphered?
Man, come on with that, Minkara.
Okay, hold on. Y'all con artists.
Why is you talking,
y'all con artists. Because y'all can't prove where y'all learned the language from.
Why is you talking, Minkara?
What you mean, why am I talking?
Show me where in the history of the world where there's a country that trades with other countries but got a secret language and don't nobody know what it is. How the fuck is that?
You tell me a nigga who can read
like that.
Tell me a nigga who studies Chinese symbols and claim to know the language.
Woo! Man, you know what, yo?
You niggas is doing. You niggas is just symbols and trying to write books like y'all know y'all don't know the language. Y'all know how to speak it. You never heard it spoken.
Minkara, you getting on that hangout, right? You getting on that hangout, though, right?
You never heard it spoken. You never heard the language spoken before.
You keep saying that, man? The nigga just told you
that.
He
keeps saying that.
You never heard the language spoken. You never heard the language spoken.
You keep saying, okay, listen, hold up. First of all, wait, hold up. First of all, Minkara, do you realize that Coptic is still spoken today, right? Do you understand that Coptic is still spoken today?
By who?
By the Egyptian, the Coptic Church. You do understand that, right?
Why does the Coptic writings only deal with the Coptic Church?
No.
This is the point. Wait a minute. This is the point. You said something about the language being spoken. Wait a minute. You said something about the language being spoken.
The Coptic language is still spoken today. You can actually YouTube and see people recite the whole Bible in Coptic, translated in Coptic. The Bible, the different sections, so on and so forth.
Say it again. They can translate the Bible. That's Coptic is Bible literature. That's why
we're talking about the language. Wait, we're talking about the language.
The language is spoken, bro.
The language is spoken. Coptic is still spoken today. You asked me by who? I said the Coptic Church. Okay, that's a
church. Church. When did churches pop up in Egypt? By who?
Listen, see this guy. Listen, you just throw out questions out there. Listen, you just throw things out there and try to divert.
I'm coming from.
Wait a minute, this is not. We're not talking about history. We're talking about the language. You said that how you gonna learn something. You keep repeating yourself. How you gonna learn something? You don't know how it's spoken. You don't know how it's spoken. You don't know how it's spoken. No, you made a statement.
325. I think it was 325 AD with St. Mark when I'm laying in the bed. Go on and Google it.
The first date, and y'all call yourself scholars. The first date, 325.
That's when the church arrived. Is that what you asked, right?
Thank you, brother. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my nigga right there. At least he looked it up. Thank you, my nigga.
All right, but now that you got that settled, that is completely irrelevant. So I'm glad you got that out your system. So listen, the point is that you said
because my nigga studied. See, you so hurt by the information you're not looking it up. My nigga,
no. Listen. I mean, I can go to my computer and look up whatever. That's not even the point. See, that's your tactic. That's your tactic. You are throwing things out there so that it'll divert the attention.
He didn't look it up, Ken. He knows history. My bad. You don't know history.
No,
but regardless, listen,
but
listen.
What I said could have been wrong. I want you to look it up. I'm going off my memory. It was 325 with St. Mark. That's who brought the Coptic Church. Just look that up and see is it right or wrong, and check the knowledge. You can do
St. Mark give you the context. When did saints pop up in Egypt?
But what I'm trying to say is the reason why I don't address that is because I understand the tactic that is irrelevant to the point. See, I don't do this wild goose chasing. I don't need to hunt ducks like that. So I'm saying the point is, you said that
books on shit you don't know nothing about,
and you didn't. And here, wait a minute.
You write books on shit you don't know nothing about. So yeah, I understand. But let's do it. You want to meet up in Google Hangouts, so you want me to see? Y'all want to fuck with your boy? Y'all see? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's deal with that.
That is not why we're doing the Google Hangout. Because I do not believe you know what you're talking about. All right, I'm making that clear to you. I don't believe you know what you're talking about. I don't have to believe it because everything out your mouth is you're wrong. And now you're trying to just divert. So earlier you said
nothing. You're trying to pick information from me now. Okay.
No, I don't need. Listen. You said, I'm trying to correct you. You said how you keep asking the question over and over again. How can you know the language if you didn't hear how it was spoken? That lets me know that you don't know anything about semantics. You don't know anything about the meaning. You can extract meaning from something green.
What is semantics?
Okay.
We're using semantics right now, right? A lot of wordplay going on right now, right?
Hold up. I'm not even going to dignify answer to that question because that's what you did when you asked me what is a script. Those are just basic elementary things. What is a script? What is semantics? So stop throwing things out there. I mean, come on, man. This tactic is so old. I mean, at least if people are going to do that, they need to upgrade the tactics. Upgrade them.
Seriously, man, you're just crazy, yo. You know what I'm saying? So the listening audience had exactly a whole straight hour. Right? We know you can't read none of that because if you could read some of that, you wouldn't be saying we can't read none of that. Well, they can't read none of that. Well, nobody can read none of that. I mean,
that's his name.
Man, yo. That's the worst, man. But see now you know why you just proved our point on why we formed the AmenRa Squad. Because if it was left up to you, right?
Hey, let me give him another ball real quick though. I just have to hop out the bed.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Oh no, I didn't know you was about to. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, left up to him, he have a whole generation of niggas running around talking about we don't understand the language, but yet teaching Egyptian. That's just stupid. But go ahead.
He puzzled. Off my memory, somebody give a fact check right quick. And this is what the whole audience should do all the time we talk anyway. I said it was 325 A.D. when St. Mark brought the Coptic Church to Egypt. But if we know the Medu Neter, we know the last Medu Neter was inscribed at about 345 A.D. at a temple in Philae. And so those are two facts we can cross-check and see everything he's saying is just nullified by elementary knowledge of the Medu Neter. We can see in chronology that time periods overlap with St. Mark being in Egypt and the last Medu Neter inscription going up on the wall in the temple of Philae. and 345 is what I think that is. But I ain't in front of my computer, but I think my memory kind of cool, though.
The beat gets worse, yo. It's the cauliflower. The cauliflower in your head. It don't let you hear. Punch drunk. Man, well, tell you what, man. Very interesting, man. You'll be immortalized with this show right here, yo. You probably had to change the title up. No, we won't change the title up, man. We'll keep it like that, man. We appreciate you coming through, man. We got 10 minutes left, man. Man, let me get this caller right here, man. 706, your line is open. AmenRa Squad up.
Black African Power, AmenRa Squad up. What's going on there, brother? Brother, yes.
Man? Make sure you catch that download, man. Get that download.
Oh, yeah. You most definitely. Hey, I'm just letting y'all know I ain't going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Because, shoot, I ain't got nobody else to study with because I can't be studying with fools like this that just got off the line. They had me confused all night. You know, I'm going to be around. I'm going to be around.
Yeah, he a good brother, man. Yeah, good. AmenRa good brother, but he just stuck, man. That's why it's important, yo, for as we grow into eldership one day, it's just be careful with your facts, man. Be willing to change because maybe, you know what I mean, maybe the information you have is outdated. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man.
We got to realize we ain't the smartest person in the room, and sometimes you have to be able to take other people's information. And that's what I see a problem. It's a flaw. People want to be the smartest person in the room, and you can't be it. Somebody always going to be smarter than you. You have to be willing to listen and learn. You can't be the smartest person in the room.
No, you're right.
I mean, the thing is that people that make those statements, like the brother is making a statement, and other people make the same statement. If you pay attention, they all make the bold statement. But then all the talking points after making a statement, they're an exact match. It's almost like they have everybody sharing the same memo that after you make this statement, say this, say that, say this, say that. And everything that they're saying is wrong and outdated. And soon as you zoom in on one of the statements, then they jump to another one. And this is what the brother's been doing. Like I mentioned something, then he comes out with an elementary question. What is a script? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean, what is a script? You know, so you know, that's the problem, and you know, a lot of time was going on, back and forth. But you know, it's real simple. The brother's name even dispels what he's saying. You know, so
listen, man. Yeah, hey, make sure y'all, man, hit that GoFundMe up, man. All the way up to December the 12th. All right. Y'all make sure y'all support that, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate you, man, coming on, man. I mean, one of the esteemed guests. Y'all can catch AmenRa on the Feet on the Ground show. You know what I'm saying? Man, I like them brothers show right there, yo. They always put up resistance, man, and, you know, still sharp as steel. Like I said, man, you got to fuck with who fuck with you at the end of the damn day, man. We all Africans sitting here. You know what I'm saying? You know, our brother just needs some adjustment on that subject matter, and I think the point was very proven well. We will continue to critique books. So ain't nobody goddamn book safe around here. You know, not the brothers that write the books on the squad, brothers and sisters, not the books that's outside the damn squad. You know what I'm saying? Because this material will go down in history for next generation. Okay, we're writing out history right now. We'll continue to work with the elders. And so if you're crying because your little fucking book got critiqued, you know what I'm saying, then so be it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen to all of us. Young brothers and sisters are going to come behind us and pick out the things and the flaws that we had that we couldn't see. Right? So it's not a problem, man. As long as we're not throwing punches and throwing bullets at each other, man, it's not a problem. Of course, we do stuff with a flair, like them arrows, them axes. But it ain't personal, man.
That's just accuracy. African accuracy is the same pinpoint accuracy we expect in our scholarship. And on that note, I just got up and looked to have to correct myself. I did say St. Mark Brody got that right, but my time period was off. But what was correct was the last Medu Neter going up in 345 on the Temple in the Temple of Philae. So we still had that existing. But I like to correct my errors before we got off the air. That's all.
Yeah, it's all good, man. So remember, man, y'all go ahead and support that GoFundMe, right, for the brothers and sisters going down there, man. Man, I appreciate the brothers that supported so far, all right? And, man, you know, it's just a good goddamn day at the end of the damn day, man. So we feeling like it's all good, man. And, man, y'all know what it is, man, up in here, man. 6 minutes left. Anybody want any closing statements? How about you, Yao? How about you, man? Closing statement.
Real quick, I hope the brother AmenRa is still listening, and I'll see you in the Google Hangout right after the show, and we get busy with that demotic. All right, Hotep.
That nigga disappeared, man. He gone. He up out of there. Y'all know AmenRa. Y'all gonna be scared of AmenRa. Where you at, Neb? You gone? I think Neb might be all right.
Yeah, man. Black Africa Power.
Closing statement, brother.
Yeah, closing statement. Just from all that's presented, you know, we got to keep in mind, like the brother's been iterating, that I think the topic was, you know, make sure we, as inspiring African researchers, make sure our work get peer reviewed, and you know, we are not offended at being getting our work critics. You know, that helps scholarship, and that evolutes the scholarship state for the African people. So, you know, this is a lesson. You know, we shouldn't be getting our feelings about critique, and when brothers is doing it out of love and respect for our people, and the people is first. So that's all.
Yep, people first. Where you at, Ish? You still online? Kind of late.
Yeah, brother Ankh. It's all good. No, you got it. Close it out.
All right, man. So, you know, with that, man, you know, appreciate the discourse, man. It'll be available on the AmenRa Squad YouTube page. The download will be there. You know, we will be in the building in December, making sure there won't be any foolery. All right, and man, it's been an excellent show. You know what I'm saying? We brothers and sisters at the end of the day, and we doing what we got to do, because we got to do. The show was brought to you by Niggas Footwear, right? We practice Ujamaa, Cooperative Economics. It was also brought to you by Animated Productions, Meltrex, the animated lessons. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. And we keep it strong, man. And y'all know